Hello and welcome everyone to Rkena, a brand new Georgian MMA promotion that aims to leave its mark on the world of mixed martial arts. Tonight, we hold our first event from a legendary venue, Sports Palace here in Tbilisi, Georgia. 9 fights, each featuring a local fighter as well as athletes from all over the world. My name is Georgi Buchukuri and I'm honored to host Rkena 1 with the man himself, the one and only Andy Shepherd. Andy, how are you?
Georgi, the night hasn't even started and I've got goosebumps on my goosebumps. You talk about the card we're going to see. It's stacked from top to tail, a lot of intrigue, particularly in our main event. Murad Kadzi, a former Georgian rugby captain, turning his hand to MMA, and he's been very vocal as of late about why that transition's happened.
Exactly. One of the best players in the Georgian rugby history, the youngest captain in our history, and Georgian rugby itself made the mark on the world rugby stage, and Murad Kadzi transitioned from rugby last year to MMA this year, and this is different challenge, completely different challenge.
We start tonight with an intriguing women's matchup.
We kick off Rkena 1 with the women's stare down, Georgia versus Spain. 17-year-old rising talent Ninic Mkhitaryan steps into the cage to test herself after making a gold medal run at MMA Polska 2025, continuing her path towards a future professional career. She's one of the Georgia's brightest, youngest prospects, representing the new wave of Georgian women in MMA. Across from her is a far more experienced Elsa Cerezo, a lifelong martial artist who started at Taekwondo at age 5, transitioned into Sandal, entering World Championship bronze medal in MMA. The stage is set. Ninic Mkhitaryan versus Elsa Cerezo opens the night here at Rkena.
Rkena 1 is underway, and it's the dreamer, Elsa Tbilisi, who makes the first walk, a decorated amateur who picked up a bronze at the recent IMAF World Championships. And she told me she is relishing the opportunity to open what is an historic night here in Georgia. But Georgi, could these bright lights affect her?
Bright lights mean a lot, for sure, but 14 victories in an amateur career, 5 defeats, she has seen a lot. She's been through almost 20 fights on an amateur stage. This will, of course, let's remind our viewers, be her first semi-pro fight, as well as her opponent's first semi-pro fight. It will take place at Rkena. She's great at everything, but she's really good at striking, starting from Taekwondo, transitioned to MMA in later years. She models herself, she models her career after other famous Spaniards, as she says, Ilia Topuria, which she shares with Georgians.
Hey.
And Ilia is Georgian. Come on, I'm going to say it right here.
Hey, look,
Ilia is a Georgian
I think
warrior.
for tonight, we're going to say it's Georgia. I think a lot of us would agree. And look,
We'll share it with her. We'll share him with her.
Elsa, certainly on that walkout, didn't seem affected by the atmosphere here. And I said, look, just a build-up into the last 10 minutes before we went live on air. The atmosphere in here is something very special indeed. But as of right now, Elsa seems very cool, calm and collected, a confident walk. But will it be the same when that cage door closes?
We spoke to her about her opponent. She has information, even though there is little to find about the debutant in the semi-pro scene. So Elsa Cerezo believes that her opponent has skills. Her opponent is well-rounded and she has prepared well for this fight. Let's see how she does here in Georgia. It's her first trip in Tbilisi.
This fight will be a clash of styles. And it's a fitting one to kick off this huge night here in Tbilisi, Georgia. Elsa, the dreamer Tbilisi, is inside the cage. Well, Rkena has been built as a platform to help shape the future of Georgian MMA, and Nini Skatalia may well be that future. She is just 17 years old. 4-0 in her senior amateur career, 12-3 overall, including that youth career. And she's being watched very closely by a lot of promotions around the world. And she's going to make history tonight by opening up the first ever Rkena show. Do you think Nini has more historic moments in her future?
We will see what the future holds for her. For sure, Nini Skatalia is a up-and-coming, promising talent here on Georgian MMA scene. Nini was quite successful at MMA Postcard 2025, where she got a gold medal. And since then, all these promotions have started paying attention to her. Rkena will be her home for now, and hopefully for future years to come. Once we have the divisions, once we have official belts, etc., she is going to be a threat.
Georgi, when I was 17, I was still learning to tie my shoelaces. This young woman is stepping in to the Rkena cage here in front of a packed-out Sports Palace. Just this fact is impressive, let alone the skills.
Sports Palace is a legendary place for sure. It's a huge moment for Nini, who started training at 13. Her parents at first seemed kind of skeptical about her career in MMA, but once they saw the enthusiasm, they took to it. She also paints quite well. Andy, did you know?
She paints quite well. I've heard she's a very good arm wrestler. I heard she beat you in the fight meetings. Is that true?
She beat me in arm wrestling and in painting, but I got the better of her in MMA.
And look, painting's subjective. Maybe you were better. But look, this is our first fight here at Rkena, and it's a fitting one, I think.
Nini Skatalia is in the cage already, and the first women's fight is about to commence. And he's going to leave me for a second. He's going to go up to the cage to announce the fighters. We have a packed night here at Sedanta Sports 3, Sedanta Sports platforms, and Rkena YouTube channel. This is going to be a great night. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the iconic Sports Palace in beautiful Tbilisi, Georgia. And welcome to the debut of Rkena! Tonight, we are creating a new era for Georgian MMA. And we start tonight with a special women's flyweight bout.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a striking specialist and weighing officially at 56 kilos. Her amateur record stands at 14 victories and 5 defeats. And she fights out of Madrid, Spain, presenting Elsa da Drima Terezu. And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She is a kickboxing and wrestling specialist and weighing officially at 56 and 1/2 kilograms. She holds an amateur record of 12 victories and 3 defeats. She fights out of Tbilisi, Georgia. This is Nini Honey Badger Skriptalia. Your referee in charge of this contest, Lukas Bazaki.
Lukas Bosacki will be refereeing this event, this first fight. That's Kutaria and Elsa Cerezo. Let's go! First fight in Rkena, history just commenced. This is a historic moment. Congrats everyone. Let's go. We're gonna see a huge, amazing night of fights. Nini goes on the offensive right away. Mixes up striking with clinch game. She tried to take down, but her opponent got a great wizard.
Yeah, the 17-year-old already trying to impose her power and dominance in the early round. It's crazy that at 28 years old, Elisa is 11 years older than her opponent. That's got to be the first time it's happened for her.
This is going to be the first time it's happened in Rkena history. Everything right now happening right now is the first time happening in Rkena history.
Georgi, it's full of history. But right now, some clinch work against the cage.
Yes. Elsa was using a wizard quite well on the right side. Now she switched to the left side. She's not letting Nini to get a body lock or just go deep on her leg, go down and change levels and just finish the takedown. But Nini's trying to push her up against the cage, use head position to limit her movement.
Nini, real pressure fighter, got great wrestling, likes to push the pace, and she is causing the pressure right now.
Let's remind our spectators that this fight is a semi-pro bout, meaning there will be 3 3-minute rounds, not 5-minute rounds. All the rest of the fights will be 5-minute rounds, and the main event will be an exhibition bout between Merab Sharikadze.
Georgi, we can call it what we like, semi-pro, amateur, pro. They're both going to get hit in the face at some point tonight.
There is no protection, there are 4-ounce gloves, so everything is going to go according to MMA God's wishes.
Fighting a close quarter.
She cannot grab the cage. Lukas Bosacki warned about this. She cannot grab the cage, of course. She's going to lose the position for that offense.
And this is perhaps that inexperience. I know she's had a fair few fights, some 15 in her career, but are moments like that which, being in this situation, will help Nini.
Exactly, making mistakes here. So it counts. Big right hand from her. Noticed on Cerezo. Big overhand missed. She finished the single leg takedown.
Lovely work there from the Honey Badger. And again, we talk about the pressure, and that's what Nini's been coming forward with throughout this first round.
Cerezo managed to get up on one knee, and now she fully stood up. She has a wizard on the right hand.
45 seconds left of this opening round, and thus far, Georgi, it's all been Nini.
It's all pressure from Nini, but I do not see enough damage, to be honest with you. I want to see more damage.
But do the judges score like this? If there's not much damage from either competitor, are the judges looking at who's pushing the fight, who's causing pressure?
You have to, of course, you have to look at the control, you have to look at the control time and pressure. But first you have to look at the damage. So, well, even though Cerezo right now is landing knees from the clinch, Spitaria is on the offensive, so judges are probably giving her an advantage.
Final few moments here of round number 1, and Elsa just trying to connect with some strikes there. There's a little flowy to close out the round. Can she impress the judges enough?
Nini got punched in the face. Now she has a headlock, but she's probably not going to have time to do anything with it. First round over.
Round 1 in the can here at Rkena. A lot of pressure there, as we expected from Nini. Elsa did find her feet coming into the end of that round. If you're in Cerezo's corner right now, what's the advice?
The advice for me is just use that wizard on the right side or on the left side to keep her from going to the legs, and just dig an underhook on either side to free yourself from her hands, because standing like this up against the cage is not going to win Cerezo a fight.
And Georg, let's just educate the fans a little bit on how the judges will be seeing this. First and foremost, it's about damage caused, isn't it? After that, what are the judges looking for if no one's really causing anything that is obvious damage-wise?
Going forward, control time, either up against the cage or on the ground, takedowns, successful takedowns, and any striking, but striking has to bring damage as well. Let's see what the second round brings. This is going well. I'm pretty sure the first round went to Nini, but let's see what the judges decide.
I think a lot of people would agree with you on that one. Strong close though from Cerezo. Can she start round number 2? As she ended round 1. 3-minute rounds. And round 2 is underway. Inside leg kick to begin from the Spanish athlete. But again, it's the pressure. This is how we saw round 1 unfolding.
Exactly. The same scenario as in round 1. Cerezo is trying to stay heavy and not let Nini take her down. Nini is not even trying to get a takedown that much. She's just controlling her opponent up against the clinch, using head position.
One thing we've seen in the past from Elisa is she likes to fight at a distance and use the length that she obviously has. And Nini is just squashing that right now.
See that underhook on the left side? That's exactly what I was talking about between the rounds, because she has to control her opponent's body. Otherwise, she's going to just lose a very boring decision.
These strikes that Elsa is famed for throughout her career. When you're this close, it's hard to fire off anything, really. Nina, on the other hand, is really imposing her will, which is a fight at close quarters, keeping things in the clinch, looking to grapple and wrestle.
Nini looks a little bit more tired than her opponent. Her opponent's experience is kind of taking over foot stomps.
Well, how much of that pressure from the first round will that taken out of Nini?
It shouldn't have taken out that much, but we talked about the bright lights, we talked about adrenaline. I don't know, she doesn't look that tired, like she's right in front of us right now. She's controlling her opponent up against the cage. Let's see if she'll manage to take it to the ground. No, Elsa Cerezo turns it around. We're looking at the spinning match up against the cage.
The last 4 fights, Nini has had 2 decisions and 2 stoppages. Wherever this fight goes, the Honey Badger should feel comfortable.
She's controlling her hand.
Past the halfway point now in this second round. They do go thick and fast when it's only 3 minutes.
Cerezo just doesn't seem to get the opportunity to just stand in the cage and trade punches. She hasn't been a swan.
But is that, again, the pressure and perhaps the strength of Nini that's causing the separation to be really difficult?
It's the mix of it. Oh, the neck of Nini is just in a bad position right now. She should leave it there. It's a single leg takedown. It's quite dangerous in terms of getting submitted by the guillotine. You should always try to keep your head inside the body, not outside.
Nini
like
doesn't seem concerned in this position.
I wonder if that's a mistake or not, because
letting it progress too much here could be very dangerous. And Elsa
doesn't have.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in, but she doesn't have enough. Right now she jumps the
and there
guillotine.
we go.
She jumped the
and this is the
guillotine.
pivotal moment with 27 seconds to go. The Honey Badger is in trouble here.
She's punching. No, she's not tapping. Those are punches. She's not going up. We have 17 seconds to go. Nini has given up a guillotine. Elsa has control over her body, but she's not able to finish the guillotine.
Referee watching very closely, is in great position. Nini's holding on. Can she survive the next 5 seconds?
She seems like she's going to survive the next 5 seconds.
Wow. What a turnaround there in round number 2.
The first submission attempt of Rkena came at the hands of Elsa Cerezo.
Now, Nini was doing as she did in round number 1, keeping the pressure, looking to clinch against the cage, but that really opened the door for Elsa.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what happens.
Now, was that error from Nini, or do you think that was Elsa finding her moment?
That was just Elsa capitalizing on her opportunity, because Nini, it was the first time she tried a real takedown and she left her head up.
Was that perhaps the inexperience of Nini, not protecting her neck as much in that position, perhaps getting a little too comfortable after 2 rounds inside that kind of position?
I gotta tell you, Levan Girtadze, the guy in the head that's talking to her right now, that man knows a lot about guillotines, so he should educate her about those chokes right now.
Well, hey, look, he's done a great job, because she survived close to 30 seconds in that position, and it was hard to quite see, but she didn't look like she was in any real danger.
Lukas Brzezinski is talking to her about the fingers in the cage, giving her a warning. Probably he's going to have to take a point. She has to confirm that she understands. Lukas Brzezinski doesn't play around. He doesn't play around.
Third and final round here in our opening contest here at Rkena in Tbilisi, Georgia. The Honey Badger versus the Dreamer.
Third and final round. Nini goes forward. Big right hand. Up against the cage.
And it's this,
spinning back kick.
and it's this distance work that plays into the Spaniards' game plan.
Oh, 1-2 from Nini. She missed the last one.
And perhaps both athletes think it's one round apiece. They'll be looking for a finish. Fireworks here in the final round.
She has to watch. She has to watch for the head kick. Elsa just has it ready. Nice jab from Nini.
Elsa seems to have connected with the cleaner shots thus far. Some damage now showing on the face of Nini.
Spinning kick and punches from the Spaniard. Right hand and clinch again.
Once again up against the cage. This time it's Terrazzo with the pressure. What a way to start this final round. 60 seconds of violence on the feet, but now back to where we have seen them for the past 2 rounds, up against the cage.
Because this was a close fight and nobody did that much damage, so it could be 1-1 in the rounds.
Which may explain why they went for goal to start things, but perhaps now this slower pace, this favors Nini.
She's going to have some time to regroup, and but her opponent seems quite tired as well. So I don't know. She tried to throw that rarely works in MMA, but right now she has body lock. Oh, she's going to spin her around. And
some beautiful strikes did land early. Elsa.
Good news for Elsa Cerezo is when they landed, she was already inside control. Nini right now has to create frame and push up against her hips. Somehow get away out of this full mount.
60 seconds to go here in this final round. Ground and pound coming through from Elisa, the Dreamer Terrazzo.
Squitaria had to give her back up, in order to escape. She has to get the grip on Elsa Cerezo's hands, but then the danger is armbar.
Once again, another dangerous position for the Georgian athletes. We saw this at the end of round 2.
She has to stand up and just wiggle. Push her from the front. Elsa Cerezo trying to hold on the leg, on the armpits, anywhere she can.
There's a lot of strength in those legs for Nini.
Squitaria just cannot let Cerezo isolate any of her limbs. 27 seconds for the Georgian.
The clock is ticking down here. Squitaria needs to do something.
She's doing the right thing right now. She's just shaking her body so that Cerezo will fall in the front.
What a great round here for the Dreamer.
10-second mark.
Final 10 seconds coming in here. And it's the Spaniard with a stunning 3rd round. How have the judges seen this? We will go to the scorecards.
That's going to be quite interesting. What a great fight. Started a bit slow, but...
Jorge, what a start to Rkena there. Look, we got a fantastic 17-year-old Georgian athlete going up against a 28-year-old. And let's not forget, Elsa got the bronze medal at the recent IMAF Championships. These are 2 world-class amateurs going at it here in a semi-pro bout.
They know how to win. Let's see how they did in this fight. The 2nd round was close. Third round was crazy. These are just some of the moments from, I believe it
was that spinning heel kick that really caught my eye and perhaps caught the eyes of the judges. Closing out round number 2 here.
Exactly, bro. Closing out. This was like the last 30 seconds of the round.
It was 30 seconds of this guillotine being locked in. Again, Nini did a great job to survive. But when you're looking at a judge's scorecards, it's not going to be positive for her. How have you scored this one overall?
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. This is a very close fight to call.
Well, I'm still waiting for the judges' scorecards to be delivered to me. Once they do, I will go into the cage and announce this one on double duty tonight.
Oh, Andy, you're going to have information first as to
Hey, look, maybe if you're watching us here on the English stream, I'll give you the scoop first.
Can you give us some insider information?
Well, I'm still waiting for myself. And here we go. The scorecards are coming in.
Have fun.
Okay. The cage.
All right, Andy's going up. We're gonna know who the winner is pretty soon. The first fight of Rkena ends in a decision between 2 warriors, women warriors.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges scored this bout as follows. 27-30 for Elsa. 29-28 for Squitaria. And 28-29 for your winner via split decision, Elsa
Cerezo takes the W in a split decision win. And Rkena won. The Spaniard manages to defeat the Georgian 17-year-old up-and-coming prospect, but hopefully she will use this to grow and show a better performance in the future. Cerezo, due to her experience, she just managed to pull it out on the head.
Rkenas პირველ ორთა ბრძოლაში გამარჯვებას როგორი შეგრძნება ეს?
What kind of feeling is it?
Muy agradecida con este evento, lo han organizado súper bien y muy feliz con mi desempeño. Felicitar también a Nini, que ha hecho un gran trabajo y está muy fuerte.
ძალიან ბედნიერი ვარ, ძალიან კმაყოფილი ვარ ორგანიზებით, როგორც ეს ტურნირი არის ორგანიზებული. კმაყოფილი ვარ ჩემი ბრძოლით და ულოცავ ასევე ნინის, რომელმაც ძალიან კარგად იბრძოლა.
ბრძოლა გაყოფილი გადაწყვეტილებით დასრულდა. იყავი თუ არა შენ დარწმუნებული, რომ ამ ბრძოლაში გამარჯვებას სწორედ შენ მოგცემდნენ მსაჯები?
Estaba segura que quedarías como ganadora.
Seguro nunca está por las MMA, puede pasar cualquier cosa, pero confiaba mucho en mi trabajo, perdón. Confiaba mucho en mi trabajo, también había estudiado y bueno, he venido con todo.
ასეთ ტურნირში ყველაფერი შეიძლება მოხდეს, დარწმუნებული არაფერი არ ვიყავი, მაგრამ მე ძალიან ბევრი ვიმუშავე და ჩემი თავის მჯერდა.
მადლობა ბრძოლისთვის, მომავალში გისურვებ წარმატებებს. იმედია მალე გიხილავთ რკენას ოქტაგონზე კვლავ.
Muchas gracias a todos y os deseo un gran evento.
ძალიან დიდი მადლობა ყველას და ეს იყო არაჩვეულებრივი
Big thank you to everyone. This was an amazing experience.
Elsa Cerezo.
Elsa Cerezo, ladies and gentlemen, a first fighter in history of Rkena who turned out victorious in an MMA fight.
Georgi, what a start to the evening, and it really was that experience that came through for the IMAF bronze medalist this year. Look, we know that Nini's going to come back. It was a strong effort from her, just 17 years old.
Zuka Ivaniadze versus Dum. Hamon Dum in the next fight.
Is our next bout. Excited for that one.
Up next, a fascinating clash between youth and experience. Zurab Ivaniadze, one of the Georgia's most decorated young kickboxers, a world champion, multi-time national champion, two-time European medalist, makes his MMA debut. Fans know his signature weapon, that spinning back kick he loves to land.
გამოსვლა ესეთი შესაძლებლობა, როგორც არის რკენა და მინდა რომ ჩემი შანსი გამოვიყენო და წარმოვაჩინა ჩემი თავი MMA-შიც. მთელი პასუხისმგებლობით ვეკიდები ამ ბრძოლას. იქნება აუცილებლად საინტერესო დაპირისპირება.
Facing him is the battle-tested Hamon Drum, a fighter with a strong will and serious story. A former football player who transformed his life through combat sports. He once accepted about 2 weight classes up and 4 days notice. He brings grit and toughness.
Eu não vim do Brasil para cá para passear. Eu vim trazer a guerra para o meu adversário.
It's youth versus heart. Zurab Ivaniadze versus Hamon Drum begins right now. Oh, are we being invaded right now by Brazilians?
Well, if you weren't to be invaded by a Brazilian, you've got to think the country would send this man, Hamon Drum, who, as you said, began his athletic career as a football player. Once that ended, he gained a lot of weight, and I'll be honest with you, I can relate to that. He needed a new physical outlet, and that's how he found combat sports. This is a guy, Georgi, who he loves being in a fight.
He loves being in a fight. 3 years ago, he turned pro and never looked back. His favorite fighter is Charles Oliveira, so you know his style is going to be kind of chaotic.
This is a man who certainly wants to put on a show. He's a battler. He's seen adversity in the cage before. He's been into deep waters, and he's certainly not going to have the fans on his side here tonight.
No, he's not, because Ivaniadze is one of the baby faces of Rkena, the promotion. But Drum, MMA is a different sport, and the MMA is a sport where no matter who you are, where you're from, where you're fighting, if you are a warrior, you can't get respect of the fans anywhere in the world. Drum is one of those guys.
You see his record there, 1-3. Doesn't really give you an idea of his skills. As we said, he's taken a lot of last-minute fights, but he feels like he's ready for this one. He's trained properly.
He's 31-year-old fighter, 185 centimeter height. He's going to have a challenging fight ahead of him, because his striking is good, but it's not. Let's say, when you start training at a younger age, you get the reflexes, you get a different feel for the opponent, for the fight itself. He's a Muay Thai state champion. He's a pressure fighter, highly aggressive style, and he has good grappling, elite striking. He has actually good elbows, good straight punches. Let's see, but his opponent's strength is also striking, so I don't know.
It sounds like you're saying he's good all round.
He's good all around. He's a good all around fighter. You know what? I will take him to a bar fight. I will take him to a bar fight.
Okay, that could be a good little narrative tonight. Who are you taking with you to a bar fight? Your pick, Hamon Drum.
Is the man to take for sure.
Our first professional fight of the night. All of our contests now for the rest of the evening fought under professional rules. 3 5-minute rounds. Hamon Drum is inside the Rkena cage. Wow! You can hear the roar. Zurab Ivaniadze, who has drawn a lot of comparisons to the man who will main event our show tonight, Murad Shurakadze. Ironside, as Zurab likes to be called, is a former rugby player who enters the MMA cage tonight for the very first time. The key difference from Shurakadze is that Zurab brings world championship level kickboxing with him. But how challenging is it to adapt to a new discipline in combat sports?
We spoke about this exact topic with him this week. He said even though he's been training competitive in boxing for years, since deep childhood basically, the hardest thing to transition to was wrestling. Wrestling was the hardest thing to learn, and this is not unique to Zuka. This is characteristic to all the MMA fighters that move from striking to MMA when they have to learn wrestling. Completely different style for their muscles, for their movement, brain memory, etc. Representing Club Jiki.
They call him Ironside. As he takes his shirt off, you can see this man is quite literally built of iron.
No, he's an animal. He's an animal. I see quite experienced. Györgakawa in his corner. He's a quite good kickboxer and the striker as well.
As you say, a world championship kickboxer at just 21 years of age, making this jump now into mixed martial arts. Perfect. And with the support of a promotion like Rkena, could we be seeing a future superstar in Zurab Ivaniadze?
For sure, he has everything. He has the calmness, he has the brains to follow up on everything. He speaks good English, so he can narrate his humor, he can show people his personality.
So he might be good for me in a bar fight then, because
exactly.
at least I can communicate.
You take him, I take Drew, but we're not fighting each other. We're all fighting. We're all fighting with others. All right. Zuka Ivaniadze is about to enter the cage. You can hear the audience. Zuka and Hammond Room is one of the fights that you can predict that this is going to be one of the, either a performance of the night, it's going to be either a fight of the night, it's going to be a banger for sure. I'm not expecting a decision in this fight. 0s for Zuka, 1 and 3 for Hammond Room. 187 versus 185 centimeters, 21 years of age for Zuka, 31 for Hammond. Reach advantage goes to Ivaniadze, and weight, they both passed their weights.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move to a contest in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a striking specialist and weighed in officially at 83.8 kilos. He holds a record of 1 victory and 3 defeats. And he fights out of Caxias do Sul, Brazil. This is Hammond Room. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is also a striking specialist and weighed in officially at 84 kilograms. Tonight, after a stellar kickboxing career, he makes his professional mixed martial arts debut. He fights out of Tbilisi, Georgia. Presenting Zura Ironside Ibanez. Your referee in charge, Duda Nasia.
Duda Narcia will be refereeing this fight. Zuka Ivaniadze versus Hammond Room. It's going to be a banger. Let's go. Second fight of the evening. Right hand from Zuka.
And instantly we're seeing the striking capabilities of Ironside. Sweet, short punches.
Ivaniadze is looking good. Hammond Room is not backing down. Let me tell you that Hammond Room is game.
Hammond Room, well versed at being the back of the down.
Pushed down.
Elite level striking coming through from Ironside.
Some clinch work from Hammond. He has a good underhook on the right side. He's controlling Zuka's body right now. He has over-unders for each of them. Zuka is turning him around. In strength, it looks like Hammond has a slight advantage, but Zuka has good technique.
Well, I asked you earlier, Gogi, how people adapt to different combat sports. We're seeing that a world-class kickboxer, just like Alex Pereira, adapt very well to mixed martial arts.
They have good clinch game in general. They have good foot sweeps. Let's see how he does up against the cage. For now, let me remind you, it's gonna be 3 5-minute rounds, not like the first one. So it's a regular fight. It's a 4-minute fight. A debut for Zuka Ivaniadze, a decorated kickboxer in Georgia. Hammond Room is participating in his 5th professional MMA fight. This is a middleweight bout.
The crowd here are absolutely electric for the hometown boy in Zurich Ironside Ibanez. And this is
elbow. He has some space to work right now. Drew is circling.
Lightning quick hit.
Punches on its own!
Ironside with a steely victory.
Spinning liver kick. Hammond is still laying down. He Great finish, a beautiful finish from Ivaniadze. What a knockout. First finish in Rkena history came at the hands of a Georgian kickboxer, Zuka Ivaniadze. Great job. I hope Hamon is well, but the thing about liver shots, you know, is that once you cross the certain seconds, once time goes by, everything is going to be all right. Hamon is laying down. You can hear the crowd chanting Zuka, Zuka, Zuka. They're happy they saw their first finish. They're helping Hamon up, icing his body. I think he got kicked on the other side, yeah, on the liver side. Yeah, thank you. That was a great spinning kick. Let's see, let's see. Boom! Goes to the liver, and everything is just ends right there and then. Those extra shots were extra. All respect from the audience to a Brazilian warrior, of course, from Zuka as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee halts the action at 1 minute and 51 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO, Buildup!
Zura Ivaniadze, victorious here in Georgia at Rkena 1 on Setanta Sports. Ivaniadze Klauri will interview him right now. His microphone needs to be turned on. Somebody please turn his microphone on. Ivaniadze Klauri, a legend in his own right.
გამარჯობა, ეგ არის გასართა.
Here we go.
ზუკა, გილოცავ პირველ გამარჯვებას Rkenaში, პირველ გამარჯვებას პროფესიონალურ კარიერაში, ზოგადად MMA-ში და პირველ ნოკაუტს აქ დღეს ამ ოქტაგონზე. როგორი შეგრძნება?
How's the feeling?
პირველ რიგში ყველაზე დიდი მადლობა და ძალიან დიდი მადლობა ღმერთს.
Thank you.
ყველაფერი რაც ცხოვრებაში მაქვს ოჯახიდან დაწყებული ჯანმრთელობით დამთავრებული ნებისმიერი რამე წარმატებაზე აღარ მაქვს საუბარი, ღმერთის დამსახურებაა და თქვენ სიცოცხლეში ძასია ხალხო, მინდა რომ იგჯეროდეთ ამის. ამის შემდგომ მადლობას გიხდით ყველას მობრძანებისთვის. Rkenas უხდით ძალიან დიდ მადლობას, რომ როგორც ვივარაუდე და როგორც წამოდგენაც ჰქონდა ისეთი ძალიან დიდი ივენთია. ხალხო, ეს ჯერ მხოლოდ დასაწყისია. ამიტომ ისხედით უყურეთ და ისე ამონეთ შოუთ. მადლობას ვუხდი კლუბ ჯიქს. იმისათვის რომ მოამზადა შოთა ჯავახიას, გოჩა ჯავახიას, მათ ოჯახს და ჩემს მთლიან კლუბს. ასევე ბიჭებს ვისთანადაც ვემზადებოდი ვეფხისტყაოსანი, მემეტე სხვადასხვა დარბაზები, მოკლედ მთელ საქართველოს ძალიან დიდი მადლობა.
Zurabi Ivaniadze!
Zurabi Ivaniadze.
Wow. Well, we talk about the future of Georgian MMA. They are in safe hands with the likes of Zurab Ivaniadze. What a stoppage. World-class kickboxer debuting here at Rkena in MMA. He said he wants to make this his home for the foreseeable future. I'm excited to see what's next for Zurab.
In our next bout, Georgia's fan favorite Saba Sozashvili meets experienced Polish competitor Marcin Zayat. Saba is a talented grappler, Georgian grappling champion, Hridoli champion, and a medalist in multiple tournaments. He's been competing actively, using every opportunity to rebuild momentum in his MMA career, and tonight he looks to put it all together inside the Rkena cage. But Marcin Zayat is no easy test. A versatile fighter with dangerous chokes and proven submission arsenal. He believes tonight is his moment to secure the biggest highlights of his career.
During the fight, I don't my emotions take over on me. Do not accept the game, the rival, and on my game. I cannot promise anything, just good fight and emotion.
This one is a stylistic battle on the ground and on the feet. Saba Sozashvili versus Marcin Zayat is underway.
Well, the final steps of Marcin Zayat's journey. Krakow, Poland to Rkena. Cage here in Tbilisi are being walked. He hasn't seemed phased being the outsider this week, and he said he is relishing the opportunity to impress tonight as he looks to rebound from a loss in April.
The man is cool as a cucumber, as they say. He's quite a good grappler. He says he understands grappling, striking on a different level, on a scientific level. Even so much that it's hard for him to explain these things to other people. That's why he has almost no students in his heart.
He has said that when it gets into a wild brawl, that's where he falls down. So as you say, when it keeps it close. 34 years of age. Feels like he's coming into his prime now in terms of physicality, in terms of experience. And he's on the right platform to display that tonight.
What he said is that his opponent is a young fighter. He's going to make young men's mistakes, and he's going to capitalize on that like an old man he is.
We've all made mistakes in our youth. Will his opponent make them tonight? We'll have to wait and see. But Marcin Zayat, well, I have to say, he's impressed me all week. I've seen him warming up, I've seen him training. He's been wearing jeans.
Yes.
No tracksuit, no shorts. If a man who trains in denim has got to be tough.
The man who trains in denim definitely has no problems in stretching. No. So Marcin Zayat is going to be fighting in Georgia for the first time. He has fought all around the world. He calls his fighting style a controlled chaos. Let's see. He's already in the cage, stomping his feet. This is a very, very interesting bout.
He calls himself Mio Dozer. Bit of a bulldozer there.
Yes.
Can he bulldoze his way to a victory tonight?
Let's see. Let's see. Saba Sozashvili should be on his way.
The Georgian grappling champion is about as lethal as they come at close quarters. Lots of talk about this man as a rising star in Georgian MMA, and he found himself on the wrong side of the judges' decisions a number of times. decisions don't favor him. How does he change that in a matchup like this one tonight?
He concentrated on his striking, on grappling, on well-roundedness of his game. And just to mention, this song was written by Tbilisi Sports in honor of Ilya Topuria becoming a champion, UFC champion. And this is a war song that Saba Sazashvili is proudly walking out to get the momentum back in his fight, in his MMA career. Last year was not so successful for him. He had a lot of missed fights. He had to take short notice wars. He lost 4 fights in a row, and this kind of put a little fire under his buttocks.
Well, you say through this song, trying to channel the likes of Ilya Topuria. He's a young man, just 24 years old. But as you say, his record hasn't been a positive one as of late. He's spoken all week about that changing here tonight. And as one of the many Georgian representatives on this card, you hope he's channeling these fans in this iconic building.
This arena is full right now. He's walking to the biggest stage of his biggest fighting stage of his career, easily, hands down. And Saba has said that this year is going to be different. This fight is going to kickstart his comeback, and let's see what happens. I've previously observed Saba has caught his grappling matches, and one of the issues that has been his mental issue. Hopefully, Kvicha Koridze that we just saw in his corner, Georg Nakawa have helped him turn all these things around.
So much of this game is a mental one. And some people rise and some people fall when you walk out into the bright lights. We're live on Tbilisi Sports. We are live around the world. People are watching this one. That'll either inspire or it'll break you as an athlete. Which one will it do for this athlete? Saba Sozhashvili enters the Rkena cage to rapturous applause here in Tbilisi. Ladies and gentlemen, for this next bout, we enter the featherweight division. This contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is an MMA specialist and weighing officially at 66 kilos. His record reads at 4 victories and 5 defeats. Tonight, he comes from Krakow, Poland, presenting Marcin Zias! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a grappling specialist and weighing officially at 67.8 kilos. He holds a record of 4 victories and 5 defeats. And he fights out of Tbilisi, Georgia! Presenting Saba Sozhashvili! Your referee in charge, Duda Nasia.
Let's go. The fight is going to be on the way. Duda Nasia is our referee.
Once again, a huge response here for the local athlete in Saba Sozhashvili. And both men stepping center of the cage for a trade-off early doors here.
I guess that controlled KS promise was not just a promise from Zayats. Sozhashvili is also active on the back foot, closer to the cage. Zayats is moving forward.
Both men showing their striking acumen here early doors. We thought this would be a grapple fest. It may turn into that, but I think the fans here would love a striking bout. And some good shots coming through from Saba, but I think he got caught there on the exit.
Saba missed weight, so he was fined 30% of his purse. Let's see how bad this all got. He has to watch.
Saba shoots for the takedown, unsuccessful, and now Marcin finds himself in the guard.
Zashvili has great triangle chokes, great guillotine, so he knows how to defend them. Let's see. Right now, Marcin is in his Zayat's in his closed guard.
Well, this groundwork is going to be where it potentially favours Saba. We said he's a Georgian grappling champion.
Oh! Zayat's, but Zayat's is moved to side control. He's going to take it back. He's going to take it back.
Zayat's lovely work here. Looks at the transition.
That's a beautiful throw from Zayat. That's a beautiful throw from Zayat. And now he's on back mount. Here's back mount. He's going for the choke. He's going for the choke.
Lovely groundwork here, and Sovashvili is giving his back.
There is no triangle. There is no triangle. But he has hooks. Zayat has hooks right now. And he's trying to lock in that rear naked choke. So Zashvili is fighting hands as he should. He's fighting that right hand right now. Zayat is going to... he's going to...
Yeah, Marcin has a number of submissions on his record, and this could be yet another one here. Trying to find the neck.
It's a neck right there. So Zashvili is punching. But right now, he should not be punching. He should be just trying to untie his opponent's hands.
But how do you try and get those hips free? How do you get the hands free?
You gotta forget about the hips right now. You just gotta deal with the immediate problem that's in front of you. That's those hands that are trying to choke.
Well, the problem's behind it, and Marcin, he's looking for the neck.
Exactly. And he has time to spare. He has more than half a round to get that submission sorted out. He might transition to an arm triangle.
And a lot of people were saying when it went to ground, this would favour Saba, but Marcin, even as a Muay Thai athlete, is excelling here thus far.
Marcin has an amazing grappling, and he almost transitioned to a triangle right there, but maybe he'll try to isolate one of the hands for an armbar. Marcin has various options from this position. Maybe he can go for a rear naked choke, or he can just try to transition to something else. But at the end of the round, right now Saba is just defending himself, trying to spin out of these chokes, control opponent's hands. I'm not sure if Marcin can choke Saba out with one hand. Most likely no, but never say never, right?
Well, Saba is certainly in a tricky predicament here. Marcin having his way here with close to 2 minutes left of this opening round, and it's a long time to spend with someone on your back.
Marcin actually spoke to us about the same exact situation when he was trying to get a rear naked choke in one of the fights. For the whole first round, he wasn't able to retire his hands out, and he learned his lesson. You cannot put everything into a single choke. You have to move from position to position, improve, and use the opportunities that present themselves to you.
Marcin continued to just pressurize from the back. Saba's doing a great job with defending. He's staying in this, but it is a relentless movement and constant pressure from behind from Marcin. Hand fighting going on there. Saba is trying to stay in this. Minute left of round number one.
Two hooks on the side of Zayat. And he has the choke almost locked in, but Saba is rightly so just fighting his...
How much energy is this taking out of both men?
This is taking a lot of energy from Saba as well as Zayat. But Zayat seems to know what... Oh! Saba turns around and now he's in the guard of Zayat. 36 seconds left.
He bided his time. He waited for the moment, and this is the position Saba told us he wanted to be in. If he can get top position and start to ground and pound, he will excel, so he says. 25 seconds left in round one.
I've seen many fights by Saba, many grappling matches, and one thing I can say about him for sure, he never gives up. Not even in the middle, not at the end, never. There is no moment for him in the fight from which he cannot turn around. 10 seconds until the end of first round, which was taken by Zayat.
Yes, Saba's done a great job of getting into a position here, but it's a little late in the round. And you've got to think the judges will favour that one for Marcin.
So a takedown attempt from Sozashvili that ended not so good for him, and Zayat turned it around.
And this is what we've spoken about again, the bright lights here, the pressure of being on this big card. Sometimes the adrenaline, sometimes people make errors they wouldn't normally make, and perhaps that's what happened to Saba there.
Saba struggled making weight. He missed it by more than 3 pounds. He was fined 30% of his purse. And when you struggle making weight a lot of times, your cardio is not in the best shape.
But it's also struggling to make weight by that much. Sometimes people miss weight by half a pound or so because of a miscalculation. But that, let's be honest, that's a significant weight miss. Was there any insight you got onto why that happened?
No, it was just a hard. He had to lose a lot of weight. Maybe it was a mistake early in the camp. I'm not sure, but.
And sometimes when people aren't going to make weight, they'll sacrifice that percentage of their purse to not deplete themselves too much. But Saba's certainly not on top form in that opening round.
Let's see how he does in this one. The takedown didn't work.
Round 2 underway here, and once again we begin standing. Who will initiate the takedown first?
Zayat saw that he can do a lot of things on the ground, so he might be the one initiating the ground game.
And that was a real flip reversal. We thought that Marcin, with his Muay Thai background, would love to keep things standing, but he's the one who excelled on the ground.
Well, he shared in his interviews that he feels comfortable anywhere he can get. Any position he's going to go to. So.
Oh, big overhand right clips the side of the face of Zazak.
Oh! Great combination from Sasashvili. 1-2, baby. Left hand from Zayat looking good.
Both men landing here early in round 2.
Big left hand from Saba again. Oh, there's something wrong.
Something happened in the
Sasashvili That's it.
It looks like there's
something happened.
It looks like something happened to the knee of Zayat. We'll have to look at the replay, but
an unfortunate terminal events. Something happened to the knee of Zayat.
Yes, Saba will get the victory. We'll try and find out what happened to Marcin, because let's be completely frank, he was doing very well in that contest. Both men exchanging and landing there early in round 2. That won't be the victory that Saba would have wanted in that way, but it's a victory nonetheless, and one that will hopefully help him build some momentum.
He was starting to build momentum in the second round, but Marcin Zayat deserves all the ovation in the world. He put on a war. He put on a war in the first round, dominated the first round, but an unfortunate turn of events for a Polish fighter at this stage. Here, you will see Saba was working really well with his hands. The left hand, and when Zayat steps, it's just that his leg just cramps up, kind of cramps up. I'm not, of course not sure what happened to it, but you never know when the age is going to hit you, man. You never know. Zayat was looking good. I hope that this doesn't demotivate him from participating in other fights. I hope that we will see him again in a Rkena cage, because he was having a great night. In the first round. Second round, Saba started turning things around. Got in some punches. Great performance by Sasashvili at the end.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our referee calls a halt to the contest at 54 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner via TKO, Saba Sasashvili!
Congratulations. First round was
საბოლოოდ იმ ეპიზოდში გამეორებაზე გამოჩნდა, რომ შენი ჩეკის დამსახურებით მიიღო ტრავმა.
Do your check.
მოგვიყევი. აი ის ვითხარი, რაც წეგან მევითხარ.
He got the injuries.
ჯერეთის მადლობა სულყალას. აქ რა მოვედი გამოცხადებაზე.
Thank you.
თქვენი ხმა რო გავიგე, აი ზუსტად დაგვიდეთი რომ უთხარი რომ გამორიცხულია. ამდე ხალხს იმეს არ გაუსრულებთ. სეტატას ეს პროექტი რო დაიწყო რკენასე. ინტერვიუზეც გითხარით, ერთ-ერთი ყველაზე დიდი мотиваცია შეცეს იყო, რომ მინდია, ბუჩო, ლადო იქნებოდნენ კომენტატორები ამ ივენთს. კოვიდიდან მოყოლებული UFC-ს რო უყურებდა მათი ხამესმის, ჩემთვის პატარა ბავშვური ოცნება იყო, რომ მათი კომენტატორობით რაღაცა ეპიზოდი შემექმნა და პირდებით, რომ ეს ძალიან მაგარი ხალხი ჩემს ბრძოლას UFC-შიც გაგიკომენტარებთ.
Saba, ბოლო კითხვა. როდის უნდა გელოდოთ კიდევ ერთხელ რკენაზე?
შემდეგივე ივენტზე. 24 წლის ვარ. ჩემი რეკორდიც ვიცი, მაგრამ ჩემი შესაძლებლობები კიდევ უფრო მაგრად ვიცი. ვიცი რომ დასაკარგი დრო არ მაქვს და ვიცი რომ ჩემს აუცილებლად გავიტან. და ერთიც საქართველოს გაუმარ!
Jones!
გაუმარ!
Jones!
გაუმარ!
Jones!
აბარა!
მადლობა. საბა სოლდაშვილი.
When somebody says Sakartvelos Gaumar, everybody else says Jos, which means cheers to Georgia. Long live Georgia. First, you seem confused, Andy.
I seem confused, but what I do know, that was a hell of a promo from Saba. What's next for this man?
Let's see. But you know what's next for us? The last fight of the preliminary card, and Saba Sozashvili got the job done in this one.
This has been back-to-back all night long, but look, this fight didn't end how any of us wanted to, but as you say, Saba was picking up steam. Both men had the moments in. I'd love to get a read on exactly what happened. It seemed like the knee...
It was a check from the leg kick, as it looks like. As it looked like, but we'll see it later.
We'll see what happens, but yes, we do move on now.
On to the next one. Undefeated Cansu Gogia will be going up against Yuldashev, undefeated fighter as well. Two undefeated warriors facing each other in the next bout.
საინტერესო ბრძოლა იქნება ძალიან ჩემს ზონასთან შედარებით ფიზიკურად ძალიან ძლიერი ვარ. კარგად ვარ მომზადებული, ყველა მხრივ, გრეპლინგი, ჭიდავი, კომი, ყველაფრის მზად ვარ 100%.
Cansu's story is all hard work in a physical demanding factory job abroad while taking 6 days a week, training 6 days a week. Jaladin, just 24, is a well-rounded threat, a master of sports in K1.
Boylarni ko'rib o'rganib chiqdim, kuchli taraflarini. Xudo xolasa bo'y kuni o'rgangan narsalarimni, atrofga tutgan narsalarimni qo'llayman va yutib, inshaalloh Xudo xolasa yutib qaytamiz vatanimizga.
Two driven athletes collide. Cansu Gogia versus Jaladin Yuldashev is coming up next.
Uzbekistan's Jaladin Yuldashev makes the walk after a strong start to his MMA career. 3 consecutive victories via stoppage. Over the last 4 years, however, competition has been sporadic and frankly unsuccessful. Tonight, he said he is refocused and at 24 years old, a mature fighter that is stepping into the cage. And sometimes fighters just need that time to mature into their career.
Yes, they do. But this man is a K1 Asia champion. He has 5 pro MMA fights under his belt. I'm pretty sure he's there. We will see how he fares in the Rkena cage, but I'm pretty sure he has all the experience he's going to need. K1 is no joke. 5 fights, and favorite fight, Andy, just engage.
And he's got taste.
He's got taste.
This man's certainly a striking specialist. And well, like half the card tonight, walking into enemy territory here in Georgia, you see the packed out, the sold out Sports Palace here in beautiful Tbilisi. Everyone turning out for Rkena's debut event. And thank you to everyone who's watching around the world. We've been treated to some spectacular fights so far, and this one is concluding our prelims. Still got the whole main card to come.
I'll bet my whole house that this man right here has the weirdest hobby of all the fighters from here.
You told me you don't have a house.
I will buy it and pet it.
Okay. How much are they paying you here?
Yuldashev plays horse rugby. Horse rugby.
Horse rugby?
Yes, they play rugby with horses. Not against horses, but riding horses, playing rugby.
This is just another reason I'm going to add to my list of why I love Uzbekistan. Jalodin Yuldashev. Last checks here before he steps to the Rkena cage. No horses around.
No horses around, but the man still feels confident.
You think Merab could have a career?
In horse riding and horse rugby, Merab is the champion of everything he touches.
Well, we're going to find out tonight who's the champion of mixed martial arts. That is our high-profile main event coming up later tonight. But this one, a bantamweight bout is up next. We often talk about workhorses in mixed martial arts, and Jansu Gogia is a true embodiment of that. Expect relentless pressure and an endless casting. You mentioned earlier about the physical work this man does. He works in a factory, but he still finds time to train 6 times a week. He said his job in the day makes him stronger for the fight. How do you approach an athlete who has that such iron mindset?
I don't know, but we're gonna talk about this workout music, man.
Can you sit there? Can you stop dancing? All right?
Multiple-time ADCC and AGP champion, Taekwondo national champion, undefeated amateur career. Jansu Gogia has the corner to back all this up. Yuri Kakawa and Nicolas Begovici are in his corner. Nicolas, one of the most outstanding striking coaches in Georgia. Also, Elena was another fighter, another Georgian women fighter that we hope to see here in Rkena. He's training under his tutelage. But back to Jansu. Jansu is a 30-year-old warrior, 3-1 record in professional MMA, coming from Senaki, Georgia, Western Georgia. His grappling is amazing. We'll see how he fares here against Yuldashev. It's going to be an interesting war.
Based in Slovakia now. The city works there, but...
Yeah, he just flew in 2 days ago.
Wow.
He just flew in 2 days ago and straight up.
Did he leave his body fat on the plane? Because this man is in fantastic shape.
Yeah, he made weight. Like on the plane, he was training. He was running around on the aisles.
I get told off when I do that.
Yeah, see, we can't do that. We're not fighters. But we don't get told off for talking on the plane, which is our job, so.
I get told off for talking on the plane by my missus. Jansu Gogia, 30 years old. He just said this is his 5th professional bout. If he chains takedowns, if he fights slows down, he's going to suffocate his opponent. That is what the experts have said. We're going to find out how this one plays out. Our next fight and our last fight here on the prelims of Rkena 1.
Let's go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move into the bantamweight division with this contest scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Here's a boxing specialist and winning officially at 61.3 kilos. His record stands at 3 wins and 2 defeats. And tonight he fights out of Namangan, Uzbekistan, presenting the Mangwan Badi Shalodin Yoldashev. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a grappling specialist and weighed in officially at 61.7 kilos. His record stands at 3 victories and a single defeat. He fights out of Senaki, Georgia. Please welcome Jansu Gogia. Your referee in charge, Lukas Bozaki.
Lukas Bozaki will be referring this fight. Jansu Gogia, Jalodin Yuldashev.
We are off and running here in our 4th fight at Rkena 1. Boxer versus grappler.
Wide stance from Gogia. Yuldashev, unorthodox stance.
You see instantly there the striking speciality of Jalodin. Giving up a lot of height and therefore I expect reach to the Georgian athlete though. Will have to close in close to land on the strikes.
Well, Yuldashev hasn't found his distance yet, but those strikes, those kicks to the body look disturbing. He could use them to push his opponent back. He could use them to damage his liver, damage his cardio. You know, when you get hit in the stomach, you just breathe all the air outside.
Look at this, Jalodin just egging on Jansu. Oh! And he catches it with a knee as in comes Jansu. Did it land flush? Not quite sure. Jansu still pushed forward and gets the takedown, finds himself in the guard. And this is where Jansu Gogia wants to be.
That was a necessary takedown in that moment.
And you see, there's a huge welt just growing on the forehead of Jalodin.
How do you call that?
It's a hematoma. A hematoma. Oh, I mean,
I'm using only medical terms, as you know.
I won't call that a bump. But right now, Jalodin just trying to find the neck of Jansu. And
this is Jansu moving into an arm triangle, man. Jalodin turning around the positions.
And we've got to give it to the Uzbekistan athlete. He is holding his own on the ground and staying out of trouble.
This was a great scramble. In that moment, Jalodin had a chance as well to turn around Gogia, but Gogia was just too vicious. He defended his position. Right now, he's in the guard of the opponent.
2 minutes gone in his opening round, and we know Gogia is so well versed at smothering opponents on the ground, but Jalodin, thus far, staying in contention.
Gogia, of course, wearing black shorts, Jalodin Yuldashev wearing white. I haven't even looked at the time.
Entering the halfway point of this first round, and Gogia continuing to smother Jalodin.
What he has to do right now is just pass the legs. If he doesn't pass the legs, there is no submission. There is no way he does a submission from here. His body is just too far away from his opponent. But the good news for Gogia right now is that his opponent is stuck up against the cage. He doesn't have a lot of room to move.
Yeah, great positioning here for Jalodin, just staying out of trouble a little bit, keeping his opponent in his guard. But how much longer can he go? 2 minutes and a change left in this opening round. It was a stellar opening few moments of striking that began this fight.
As soon as it moved to the ground, Gogia just asserted his dominance in terms of positional war.
This is what we expected. It's really Gogia taking his game plan, implementing it. But we have to tip our hat to Jalodin for staying out of danger, really.
Yes, Jalodin looks good. Now he's defending his position well, but look, Gogia has beautiful control on Jalodin's right arm behind his back. Now he lost it, but he's in half guard. Moving to side control. Minute 30 left in the round. He's going to take his back. He has one hook in place.
Great transition there from the Georgian athlete.
Locking up the body triangle, but the opponent might turn around, so he has to be careful.
And is this progression through the ground positionings that is textbook Jansu Gogia. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to do his work.
What Yuldashev has to do right now is just keep fighting. Oh! What a beautiful trap! What a beautiful trap for Yuldashev's right hand! And right now there is no arm to defend Yuldashev's right side of the face. Jansu Gogia has a real chance to tap choke his opponent out right now. He has one hand trapped with his right leg. He's looking for that neck. Yuldashev is just grabbing Gogia's left hand, trying to avoid the choke. Strikes on the ground, that's good. Just good for Gogia to
30 seconds left for Jalal Yuldashev to survive. Gogia continues to pile on the pressure to smother dominance throughout the majority of this opening round.
Armbar. Armbar. Yuldashev is protecting his hand. He's grabbing his own hand.
Final few seconds of here around number one. Gogia continues to pound. Looks to separate the arm. Can Jalal hold on? He'll hear the bell. We'll get a second round.
Dominant round from the Georgian. Dominant round from the Georgian.
Wow. 50-50 opening 60 seconds, but as soon as that went to the ground, Jansu Gogia dominated almost every second. I want to see this welt, this hematoma on the forehead of Jalal.
It's being ironed out right now. It's being straightened out.
What's the advice would you be giving?
You want to open and you want to just fake first and then prepare your wrestling through your strike, which is smart.
Fake, that's what you've been doing most of your career, isn't it?
I've been faking till I've been making. The making part has yet to come. Round number two. Round number two is about to commence.
Jalal Yuldashev will want to keep this one standing. How can he evade the takedowns of Jansu Gogia? He had early success on the feet. Can a change of tactics works here for the Uzbekistan athlete as we enter round two here in Tbilisi, Georgia. Underweight finally.
Gogia wearing black, Yuldashev wearing white. Leg kick from Yuldashev in the first seconds of the second round.
Once again.
Oh. He got hit low. He got kicked low.
We'll feel that in the morning, that's for sure.
Well, he's gonna have 5 minutes as a rule. He's gonna have 5 minutes to get back his strength and just get back full to the fight.
And if you're in Jaladin's shoes here, after what was a punishing first round, would you eke out those 5 minutes?
I might have taken some time to recover. But I'm not in Jaladin's corner, I'm not in his head, so I don't know.
I've talked to a lot of fighters who say that this is something that comes with maturity. When you're on the back foot, when you are getting gassed, when it has been a dominant round, if you get an opening like this, maximize it. Use the 5 minutes.
Why not? We have nowhere else to be. We're still gonna be here.
Yeah, I'm staying here all night long. As long as there's fights, I'm here at Rkena 1.
The house is packed empty. There is, I don't see any empty spots right now. The house is fully packed. Legendary sport.
Well, knowing you're going to sell your seat in a minute. Well, a little sportsmanship there to start off the remainder of round two. Gogia goes for the shoot.
Yeah, that's
stuffed by Jalal.
Because he didn't prepare his takedown. He just shot for a takedown, which was visible.
Jalal doing all he can to stay on his feet, but he doesn't manage to do it. And this is where Gogia wants to take things instantly to the back.
Hooks right away, trying to flatten his opponent out on the stomach.
We have over 4 minutes left here in round two.
He's punching him out right now.
The referee's going to look closely at this. Yuldashev will need to defend himself or show some progression, or the referee will step in.
Jansu has the hooks. He's feeling comfortable. Oh, he's punching in the back of the ear. Right now,
I'm not seeing much work coming here, defensive or otherwise.
No. This is about to stop. This fight is about to stop. Be stopped right now. The referee was warning him about the punches on the back of his head.
Well, once again, he got out of that predicament, but put himself in another one as the Uzbekistan athlete As we saw in round one, Jaladin, defensive mode. Gogia happy to bide his time, to look for the openings. This is a chess game.
Yeah, and Jaladin is going to be more careful this time so that he doesn't have to get his hand trapped by Gogia like in the first round.
How much does this take out of you if you're defensive like Yuldashev?
Not that much, because there is no body triangle right here, so it's not like squeezing your stomach.
Back to where we were just moments ago. Jaladin being forced to just move from checkmate to checkmate.
What's tiring is fighting the hands. Gogia right now is just trying to secure that neck.
Still got over half of round two to go.
The same exact storyline as in round number one.
Gogia will be trying to just inch his way through, looking for the openings, trying to find something that can end this bout in this round. So patient. He's not rushing, he's not smothering his work. Sometimes the fans who are asking to see more pressurized fights can make mistakes, but Gogia not going for it.
He has a great position right now. He doesn't need to rush anything. He can just wait for those opportunities. He can just wait for the chance to trap an opponent's hand and just incur damage. This is Gogia's world right now. He's winning the fight. He doesn't need to do anything else. If Yuldashev spices things up a little bit right now, that's a different story. If Yuldashev spins around, does something.
If you're in his corner, is that the advice, just to try and...
First things first, you gotta watch for the choke, right? And then second thing, you gotta turn around. You have to turn around front to your opponent. This is just not good. He's being stretched out in control. And just, he's gonna get TKO. That's it, that's a TKO! That's a TKO!
And the shots are connecting. Referee looking very closely at this. Yuldashev needs to show some signs of defense, some signs of progression as Gogia rolls round it again. Back to back on the ground of the Rkena mat.
This is a 10-8 round, I'm telling you. This is a 10-8 round. If this is not a 10-8, I don't know what is. Control, submission attempts, damage on the ground.
Some referees would have stopped this bout already. A lot of leniency going on here, giving Yuldashev all the opportunities to find a way out. Less than a minute left here as Gogia looks to stretch up.
I'm going to have to defend Bosacki a little bit here, because those were not some heavy shots, Andy, so there was no real massive damage to, but these elbows are damaging right now, and these punches are.
Ground and pound from the top.
Full mount from Gogia, and he's...
A hellish position for Jaladin Yuldashev to be in. 25 seconds on the clock, the elbows come down, the fists come through. Gogia is on a rage.
He's not doing anything to advance his position. Jaladin, Yuldashev, So, armbar, he's gonna get armbar.
10 seconds to go. Can he find a submission?
It's too...
Blood pouring from the eye of Uzbekistan.
He's stressed. He's stressed. He works through the pain. Bloodied up. He works through the pain.
Wow. You think perhaps a few more seconds on that round, that armbar would have been the end for Jaladin Yuldashev, who is bleeding profusely from what I think is the left eye. We'll see how that one's cleaned up, but look at this.
Yeah. That's a real ground and pound. Elbows, punches, left eye is bleeding already. Bosacki was examining the fight closely in order to see whether he needed to stop it or not. He didn't stop it. I agree with the decision.
Great refereeing, absolutely great refereeing. But sometimes a referee would see that and then they'd want to stop it. But a good referee sees what's landing, what's not landing, where the danger is. But regardless of this going on, it is a disheartened and blooded Jaladin Yuldashev who will enter the third and final round here at Rkena 1.
And don't forget, this is a bantamweight fight. So due to the weight of the fighters, I'm not saying they don't have power in their hands, but if this were a heavyweight fight, this would have been stopped a long time ago.
I'm 200 pounds. Both these men are knocking me out with a breath.
You look in a good shape, and you ran like 20 kilometers this morning, didn't you?
20, 25, 30.
25.
Most of it uphill because Tbilisi is
backwards.
Tbilisi is a hilly town. So just some warning here from the referee about positioning of the punches.
Yeah, but those were accidental punches in the back of the head.
When the opponent's moving their head around, it's some are going to slip through. But the referee again did a great job here of just reiterating the rules, making Jansu Gogia fully aware. As we go here for our third and final round, Jansu Gogia against Jalodin Yuldashev.
Yuldashev has to make things happen right now. He's beaten, he's bloodied, he's been controlled.
Well, we saw, I was about to say we saw pops on the strikes in round 1 and 2, a little less here in round 3, but some wild haymakers coming through. Once again, though, Gogia successful with a takedown with 20 seconds into the round.
The man has to stand up. I mean, it's as simple as that. Yuldashev has right now to stand up. If he doesn't stand up, he's going to lose the decision. It's not something. It's not like I'm saying something brand new or like out of this world. But you know,
I think you're right. He should definitely stand up. The question is, how the hell do you do it when you've got Jansu Gogia raining down on you?
This is what you do. You cannot stay flat on your back. You gotta turn to either side. In this case, left side.
Would the fact that he's given up his back multiple times in this fight and still not been submitted give him confidence? I mean, he's not winning the fight, but he's able to move into positions that would otherwise be threatening.
I don't know. Being controlled is not that pleasant as well. This would give him confidence for sure right now. Guillotine attempt from Jansu Gogia.
Referee looking
his
closely.
head is out. His head is out. Should be out. But now he just dug his head deeper inside himself. Turned to a
great position here from
That was a great
Jalodin.
defense. It was great defense. Jansu Gogia shows some defense on his own. Spins.
This is the first time we've been on the mat and Jalodin has something of offense.
Yeah. And he's...
In this position, would you say stay here, take advantage, or go back to standing where you had earlier success?
I would say right now he has good control. Just stay here, do some damage on Gogia and see what he does. He's probably going to try to stand up. You're going to have to stand up. Oh, he's going for the leg. He's going for the leg.
Gogia for the first time in this fight going to the lower limbs. Gogia is just a nightmare of an athlete. Pressure, patience, glue-like hands.
Oh, he turned around. Jalodin turned the situation around right now. He's inside control.
This is impressive third round from Jalodin.
Yeah, Gogia got a little bit tired, I think, and he knows he won the first two rounds, so he's going to be a little bit more relaxed in this round, but I would not, because Jalodin can find the victory at any moment.
The Sports Palace is roaring in support of the hometown boy, Jansu Gogia. You've got to think he's certainly 2 rounds up. You gave one of them 10-8.
Yeah,
but he's on the bottom here, on his back, with Jalodin trying to progress. This is the best we've seen of Jalodin Yuldashev on the ground. He's got to finish this, though, to win the fight. There's no doubt about that.
He has to find the finish in order to take the W.
2 minutes left for Jalodin to find some way of winning this.
Gogia has to let that go. Yeah, he did. Now he's trying to stand up. No, he's trying to reverse, and he got the reversal. He gets the reversal. They're on the ground. Side control for the Georgian. His opponent turns around.
Back to a position we've seen time and time again within this fight. 1 minute and 37 seconds left. Jansu Gogia once again looks to take the back. Once again, strikes raining down on their head of Jalodin Yuldashev. And now the rear naked choke is in. Jalodin fighting.
Yeah, that was on the face. That was not under the chin, so it was easier for Yuldashev to protect himself. But Gogia just keeps on attacking.
There was no wasted movement from Jansu Gogia. Every second of this fight, in whatever position he's been in, he's throwing strikes. He's not allowing Jalodin to settle, to rest.
He's either striking, advancing position, looking for a submission. Lukas Musatski taking a closer look to Jalodin's defense. Under a minute round.
Big strikes now landing on Yuldashev, who is continuing to roll through, continuing to try and stay in this fight. 40 seconds and counting.
You gotta appreciate the power of will for this man.
This man, a lot of other fighters would have been out by now. They would have given up. This man has true heart. He knows he's certainly 2 rounds down. One's a 10-8 in your books, but he is still in this contest, taking punishment. 20 seconds left.
Yuldashev is a national grappling medalist in Uzbekistan, so that just speaks of the level that Jansu Gogia
And we've seen moments of that. We've seen moments, but just Gogia is on a different level. Final few seconds here, and Jansu Gogia will make this one official, but you've got to think Jansu Gogia with a clean and dominant victory here at Rkena 1. Wonderful sign of sportsmanship.
They look rested.
I gotta be honest with you, Jalal Yuldashev looks like he's got a couple more rounds, a little unsteady on his feet, but for a man who took that kind of punishment, wow, I want to see more of this athlete, certainly.
So you see this submission attempt from Gogia right here, where Yuldashev was able to roll out of it.
Respect to the dominance of Jansu Gogia, but let's tip our hat here to the defensive work of Jalal Yuldashev.
That was guillotine attempt from Gogia, which was... his head was already out when they hit the floor, so it was easy for Yuldashev to protect himself, and the bloody arm of Gogia just punching Yuldashev in the face. Here at the back, some more of a back control, and now he's going to go up and officially announce the winner in this fight. And let me remind you, this is the last fight of the preliminary card. We're gonna have a around 15 minute, not a break, a musical break, a halftime show after this, and we'll be right back with you. But first, the winner and the interview.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of grueling action, we go to our judges' scorecards. 2 of the judges scored this bout 30-26, the other 30-27, all for your winner via unanimous decision, Jansu Gogia!
Unanimous decision for Jansu Gogia, of course. We were expecting this because, well, we saw the fight. Show sportsmanship between these two.
A dominant fight. 30-26 is there for Jansu Gogia.
Yeah.
გილოცავ გამარჯვებას.
Congratulations on the double.
არაფერი. გილოცავ გამარჯვებას. სრული დომინაცია იყო. ერთმა საჯმა 10-8 რაუნდიც კი მოგვცა. მოგვიყევი როგორი იყო? პირველად რკენას ოქტაგონზე ყოფნა.
ძალიან მაგარი შეგრძნება. ჩემს ქვეყანაში, ჩემს ხალხთან, ჩემს გულშემატკივართან ერთად, ჩემს მიწაზე. ძალიან მაგარი. ძალიან მაგარია.
With my people.
მადლობა ღმერთს პირველ რიგში.
Thank you to God first of all.
მადლობა ყველას აქ მობრძანებისთვის.
Thank you everyone for coming here.
მეგობრებს მადლობა. ძალიან მაგარი ორგანიზაცია. სავსე სრულიად. უმაგრესი ატმოსფერო. მაგარია ურა.
And an hour.
ერთ მომენტში მომეჩვენა იქ, რომ განსაკუთრებულად გინდოდა რომ ბრძოლა დაგემთავრებინა დროზე ადრე. ვიდიოდი სულ ფინიშზე, განსაკუთრებით მესამე რაუნდში. იყო თუ არა ეს ასე? გინდოდა აუცილებლად ფინიში.
მე საერთოდ შემოვიდიოდ პირველ რაუნდში მინდა დავასრულო. მაგრამ ესე ვერ დაგიმო ვერაფერს შეიძლება ბრძოლა. გადავიდეს 3 რაუნდი კი არა, ბოლო წამოვიდეს.
გილოცავ გამარჯვებას, Jansu Gogia!
Congratulations, Jansu Gogia, victorious in his fight. So, this concludes our preliminary card, Andy.
I mean, you say preliminary, every fight's felt like it is a main event so far. We now move to our official main card at Rkena 1.
Stay with us, there's gonna be a great musical show, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Ketri air forsi perze Saches futli bichas fetishi magtitel perze David riech mashitani chava triebs kerze Ukwe legenda var simghereb da teren chemze Zestan akhov trinav gavi rujet twilat treze Tolo sinatlidan magram sugish de bibnerze Tven arbekti seuli shemo mebles kerze Shekero botski bicho eklamari terze Eklamari twakli pito Kheli kerze Chemi sekta hoja khia sulik nebag berze Desesperoni magalik shirik bebikhredze Solo koti o pokusi mag kholot senze Todwili var metot khoreba mag haraleze Tebda haraleze Trova haraleze Bekhiwi bichi var bitan sum khurde bim terze Pamitsudi khidre bime konda bichat kwenze Cheni shishi gemri eli gishde biam kerze Gorila varat asak meshi var wilkham kerze Sherekheme bit dadam tove mudam steriye Mamba fletok biminali zadam zine kheriye Tu bakine sori sitkhlit honor arisveliye Darit zine bichi mudam shegachwe abneliye Margvenati nana bungerem geli shen shveliye Bida sheni sage Gang Gang sage Gang sage Bida sheni sage Mome sheni sage Bida sheni sage Mome sheni sage Kafaliera baby mama khondem just blow Akhaliera baby lego sabe dagat khob Eshmaki shevashine daje chemtan arat khob Kheuli dirshi magis mere gegmem davat khob Godi maktabshi dam khedwas me aru galato Roli gwaq morgebuli mudam subta tamasho Miqvars lieri kati sustat varseb zalado Titli da performance it's been the shows tavazo Zalanto Zalek merkan erkat bar me aron varto Ekali jibeshi mags mamat minda vardo Gmertame sakme momtada buge algo Quiero hablar con diablo, dime algo Yo soy la casa fría, el padre bando Arvarme pe magram rato dame choque Galia shir tir de simartove Na, na, na Basle Na, 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 na Slay, slay Na, na, na Basle Slay, 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 slay
Trapaholics, real trap shit.
Simi, what you
Mama Arinaga, Naga, Oriena Shmaga, Oriena Suleyman, Graffiti Tubas Baga, Mama Bombo Sukambol, Cementi Bibi Toma, Pichabo Sadari Kalami, Akhali Pesebi Daltero Gaigo, Visarut Krak Salami, Ikido Hashi Prialev, Gushikam Gad Mosta Ego Akmagali, Hashi Stiam Beach, Estrogots Pebelas Guli Makalali, Ekia Darvas Rami, Gates of the Mamam Tawari. Topolot kaipis dros kheda vitso de shenis marari Balaras dodam estaklo katashe bukhari sadari Goniya tavi nabi klienti savali Memo fadas paperebi nigme bitunis botsakhe matravali Jayden London chaisla iseti sexia gavkhie sharvali Eglesiastan gavkhie bich igmertan isari qomatari Iseti titebi mabia set to travi agankali Ubanki iseti takheli bich solik nebasatqali Odesas magin khals itele range baby ჭერდა მას ფაქალი ფაჩაკო შენასაც ეძახი კაიბს ეგარი თაგვები სამალი ყოველთვის მოვული მე ჩემ vibes გავადრე ლირიკის კანალი ოჯახის წევრად თამალში ვარ ბეჭამე არადოს არ მქონდა სხვავალი კაიბის ბრალი აქ არ არის როცა ხარ შინიდან აგავი ცხოვრებით ბულკი უკრავი სიტყვები ამოდის პირიდან მიწის ქვეშ თუ გინდა ჩამოდი კიბიდან სამეთ ბიბის ხტომა მე აქ ვერთხელს ვერავიდან Rasaketeba tu ჭორს იქ მიიტან მინდა რა გავანათოს დავლანდო ცემენტი ცამეტი ბიბის სუფთა კომანდო მე ვიცი რას გენარი ციტეს ნელმა მემანდო ასარება ჩაბარა ცოდვა გამანდო შენ ნახავ მოვადრო შენ კარებთან მოვადრო თქვენ დაიდებთან მოვადრო მამა აიზ ბარამბო სახეზენი გაბი დავადნო რიტუალ ცეცხლი დავანთო მამა ვარობანი გავათბო
Arle
ჭამებს ტომატ ჩემში კაზინო ციხე ზონა შენთან ყველა ძმაკაცი ჟონავს მასელ მე მუქრება ის ჭორავს გოიმებს სახედება დებწონას ბიბი ქარი ქარი თხოს პორას ფელში ფარი ფარი სარდგომას ეს მას ფუყურა ფერი ფერს ფაფუთხებ ძაღლებს შერი ფერს თუბენდებ ხოლოდ ხელი ხელს თუ გავკეთე ბარეული დაიხელს მას ბიბში ბიმბანს ხელი ხელს აკვირდი შენსას არა ჩემს რა მინდა დახი როცა მამაძებს ჩვენ დაგვადე სულბო ქამეს ხვებს დაიძებენ ჩემ კლან შენ კი არა შვილო მე ჩაიძებდი ჩემ თავს ვამშევი ვარ მე მეძახიან მადონს უბრალოდ მოვინდომა მე დამითმო მე პატრონს რაიძე ვარ ნუკერა პერფორმანსი გეყოს მე ვარ აისკრიმი და ვიცი უნდა ლოკოს სულ აბრალებს ხავს და ღამი ჩუმად ფეხობს ვაფშარ გახევრა მე სეკიდი აფლეტოს ჩემ რაიძეს ფელა ცვეჩი ბიჭის ნაშობს Sipses hakasele, piti ese matzos Snelad bigereti, ez gamiqvans zashos All of them 3D ani, magna tul moit khov zamons Isirat tesli khar, ჩვენ ვაკვირდები ჩემ თავს Თამაში, baby, მე ვარ ხადა ჯონ ჯონს
Welcome to what is now the main card here at the first ever Rkena 1 event. Just saw Mama flex, and I tell you what, blew my mind. I can barely see it out of both eyes. How can he see it out of just one? Well, nonetheless, huge fight card set up ahead of us, not least our main event of the evening, where former Georgian rugby captain Murad Sherikadze will make his mixed martial arts debut. 4.5 months of training. Those are the inside knowledge who said that he has taken to the sport extremely well, which you would expect from a man with such natural athleticism. It's not going to be an easy task for him. He has a big, powerful Polish athlete in Patryk Kotny to face off against. It will be a test. How will he succeed? That's our main event of the evening. Before that, in our co-main event, David Little Lion Lorkipanidze, 7-0, undefeated Georgian athlete. Many have spoken about the lineage, the rise of Georgian mixed martial arts with the likes of Ilya Topuria and Murad Dervishvili. And some are saying that David could be the next breakout star from this region. What do you make of that comment?
We will see here. He definitely has the abilities, has the striking, has the grappling, and has the upbringing. He has the discipline to work a lot towards his goals. Ilya and Merab have created a revolution of mixed martial arts in Georgia, and a lot of fighters will follow on their path. So let's see, it's a bright day for Georgian MMA.
And look, Rkena, our first event here in Tbilisi, Georgia, packed out, sold out crowd, musical performances, and I gotta be honest with you, I've been to a lot of mixed martial arts events. Often those musical performances fall flat on their face. That one had the entire place lit up.
Mama Flex is the man, but the next fight is really interesting. Berzer versus Chocopok. A rising star meets a proven finisher. Juba Berzer representing Batman Fight Academy enters a 3-fight win streak unorthodox style, constant pressure have made him one of Georgia's most exciting young talents.
მე ჩემი გუნდი, ჩემი მწვრთნელი, შესწავლილი გყავს ჩემი მეტოქეთს და როგორც მაყურებელს მოსწონს, აი სისხლიანი ორთაბრძოლა იქნება 100% დაწუნებული.
Across from him stands Yaroslav Chokobok, a Ukrainian master of sports in MMA, known for one thing: finishes. Most of his wins come by knockout, and he always comes to put on a show.
Мы готовы полностью на все. Я не думаю, что этот соперник меня чем-то удивит. Обещаю очень хороший бой, очень зрелищный. У меня никогда не бывало скучных боев, поэтому я думаю, стоит не моргать.
Expect action early. Juba Berito versus Yaroslav Chokobok is about to begin.
Chokobok brings a big smile to the stadium here tonight, along with pressure and knockout power. He's got a thirst to entertain here in the Rkena cage. He told us this week that he thrives on the pressure and the energy of fight night, and I think we're seeing an embodiment of that on this ring walk. But in that case, this man's going to feel like Popeye on a huge can of spinach. The atmosphere here is scintillating.
Yes, for sure. This is a friendly environment for the Ukrainian fighter. Georgians and Ukrainians have a brotherhood for the ages. And we know they're going through tough times. We stand with the Ukrainian people and we welcome an Ukrainian warrior for a Georgian cage. 8-5 professional record in MMA. 167 centimeters, 24 years of age, Kharkov, Ukraine. He has two gyms in Ukraine, teaches young generation of up-and-coming MMA fighters
Yeah, he
in
said
this
that
nation.
his hobby and his job are combined. He fights MMA, he's the head coach of his gym, he lives and breathes this. And Georgie, I've got to say, there's nothing scarier than a man walking into a cage with a big smile on his face.
That smile comes from 47 amateur victories. Only 8 defeats on an amateur scene. Ukrainian MMA champion. The man is a well-rounded killing monster.
In his 10 years in combat sports, he's had over 84 fights.
That's his sister in his corner. His coach and his sister under his corner. That man doesn't look like a flyweight. Look at his arms.
They're nearly as big as yours.
Now I get the spinach reference.
The forearms.
Chokobok, the sailor man.
As I said moments ago, he told us earlier this week he thrives on this energy, and we're certainly seeing that. Some fall to the pressure of a big event, others thrive, and you've got to think that Yaroslav Chokobok is a thriver as he enters the Rkena cage. Welcome to our main card. It's a big step up of experience for Georgia's 4-1 Tbilisi, but a test many are saying he's ready for. Inspired by the likes of Georgian icons, Ilya Merman, he's set his sights on walking in their footsteps. And that is one of the key reasons why Rkena was brought to build a pathway for athletes to do just that. And we've seen throughout this evening, Georgian athletes shining.
Fighting out of Batumi Fight Academy, a staple for Georgian MMA fighters from the West.
We see him there holding the Georgian flag proudly, and a beautiful moment yesterday at the weigh-ins where the Ukraine flag and the Georgian flag were swapped between these two athletes. A lot of respect between them.
He's only been training professional MMA for 3 years, trained freestyle wrestling prior to that. Favorite fighter, Khabib Nurmagomedov, loves his fighting style, and of course he's in love with Merab Dvalishvili, bantamweight champion, king of the world.
21 years old, we see there on his stats an undefeated amateur record. Just one blip as a professional. Can he go 5-1 here tonight at the Sports Palace in Tbilisi, Georgia? Thank you for joining us wherever you are watching around the world. I gotta tell you, as someone who's worked in this industry for over a decade, it feels like something very special is being built here in Georgia tonight. Pleasure to be a part of it as we enter the main card here at Rkena 1.
With the main fight featuring the youngest captain in Georgian national rugby history, Rkena, facing against the Polish power puncher, Gotti. This is going to be a great 5-fight stretch for the main card. Chocobok is there, Beridze is entering the cage, and he's about to go up as well. Main card is about to begin. Thank you once again for being with us. Setanta Sports, Rkena. We're about to make a statement on a world mixed martial arts scene.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Rkena flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is an MMA specialist and weighing officially at 57 kilos. His professional record stands at 8 victories and 5 defeats. He fights out of Kharkiv, Ukraine. This is Yaroslav Shokobok! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He's a wrestling specialist and weighing officially at 57 kilos. His professional record stands at 4 victories and just a single defeat. Tonight, he fights out of Batumi, Georgia! This is Juba Beridze! Your referee in charge, Lukas Bozaki.
Lukas Bosacki will be our referee. This is the first bout of the main card, Beridze versus Chocobok.
Chocobok in the white shorts, Beridze in the black, and things are away here. That's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Can this young 21-year-old Georgian live up to the hype?
Beridze is going to wrestle. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God, the huge knee! When Beridze was trying to take an opponent down, huge knee, he's out cold. He's out cold.
Beridze went for the takedown. Ate a knee, and that is all she wrote. The medics checking very quickly on this young man.
That was a brutal KO. Thanks for the medics for a prompt response, but that was a brutal KO. Juba doesn't know where he's at right now. They're waking him up right now. He's bleeding from his nose. But a great knockout for Chocobok. A beautiful moment for a Ukrainian fighter. Huge knockout.
Medics just working hard here.
Wow.
Juba Beridze is coming around. He is conscious, which is great to see. Yeah. Let's just take one more look at what happened here. Juba went in and just ate a knee flush, and that was he was out before he hit the mat. It's a difficult one to watch. I've got to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's a very difficult knockout to watch, especially as a Georgian, but this is MMA, all these things happen in our sport.
This is great to see. Juba is now being sat on a stool. And that was a very clean knockout, but great to see him conscious, great to see him up, and great to see him taken care of by the medics here at Rkena.
Yeah. Heavy knockout by a Ukrainian fighter.
We'll make this one official momentarily, but rightfully so, the medics just making sure that Juba is okay. Give the fighters respect here, just making sure that everything is fine before we go and make this one official. But I mean, let's flip around here. I mean, Yalashav Chokobok, perhaps the biggest highlight win of his career.
At the start of the fight, it was just, he was expecting a takedown attempt from his opponent, and he timed that knee perfectly.
It was reminiscent of Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. It was just the first exchange of the fight. I've got the official time here, 12 seconds knockout. That is
the only difference, Andy, is that Chokobok was going back while Masvidal was running. Going back, generating that power from the short knee is not easy, especially in flyweights, and just Chokobok just went out and did that.
MMA, very dangerous sport, and you see there just one strike can change the momentum, can end the fight instantly.
MMA is an unforgiving sport, and it's way more than just a sport, man. You see the emotions from the fighters, the way they prepare, the way they fight, what they feel when they come out. You're alone in that cage, and being alone is going to be a huge factor for Merab Sharikadze, I think, in the final fight on the season.
That's the key thing, isn't it? I mean, Merab comes from a team sport, and he goes into battle. A rugby pitch is, let's be quite frank about it, it's a fight with a rugby ball tonight. It's a fight, but he is alone. Once that cage door closes, he will be by himself. How will he respond to that?
Yeah, that's an interesting factor, but...
Well, we see here the rest of our main card coming up. Next up,
Georgi Poladishvili and Rasil Tanibergenov will take the cage next. And that's a very interesting fight. Another up-and-coming Georgian fighter, undefeated, with an undefeated opponent from Kazakhstan. But before that, medics once again attending to Juba Beridze.
It's good to see how well the medical staff are working here at Rkena. I mean, this is always a question with the new promotion. Is everything in place? And we always hope that we don't need the medics to come in and attend, but when they do, it's great to see that everyone's so fast and so professional. The Juba's being taken fantastic care of.
I'd rather have them do extra than less than necessary. I know what Juba is feeling right now. Juba is disappointed. He lost in front of his home crowd. But this is MMA. He will come back stronger.
He's getting a huge round of applause. Rightfully so. Juba Beridze back to his feet. We will see him again. An incredibly talented athlete at just 21 years old.
You get caught, you get punched in the face, you get knocked out. That's a story in MMA. It's just something that happens in our sport. Until then, a victorious night for the Ukrainian, but a glitch in an otherwise decorated career of Juba Beridze.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for both of our athletes here. Great to see them all safe leaving this cage, but I do now have the official decision. Our referee holds the bout at 12 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by knockout, Yaroslav Chokobok!
Yaroslav Chokobok gets the record for the fastest knockout in Rkena history in just 12 seconds in the opening bout of the main card this evening. Let's see the interview.
გილოცავ იაროსლავ ამ გამარჯვებას. საოცარ ეს იყო ყველაზე სწრაფი და ყველაზე ლამაზი ფინიში რკენაში და ყველაზე სწრაფი შეიძლება დიდი ხანი დარჩეს. მოგვიყევი ამ ბრძოლაზე იყო თუ არა ეს სტარტმა კონკრეტულად ზუსტად დაგეგმილი ამ მომენტისთვის და ფიქრობდი თუ არა რომ გაატარებდა შენი მეტოქი.
Tell me about this finish. Well, that the knee man was just vicious.
Гамарджова, Грузия!
Hello, Georgia.
Сначала я бы хотел сказать, что пока мы здесь, у нас в Украине дальше продолжается война. І хотів би поблагодарити Збройні Сили України і подякувати, що вони бронять нашу країну і всім, хто долучається.
მინდა ვთქვა რომ უკრაინაში გრძელდება ომი და მინდა მადლობა გადავუხადო უკრაინის შეიარაღებულ ძალებს რომლებიც ქვეყანას იცავენ.
Я знал, что исход боя будет таким. У меня было максимальное уважение к моему противнику, так как он есть грузином, и я очень его уважаю, очень сильно. Но это спорт. Это спорт.
მე ველოდი ამ გამარჯვებას, მე ძალიან დიდ პატივს ვცემ ჩემს მეტოქეს, რადგან ის ქართველია, მაგრამ ეს სპორტი არის.
ძალიან მოგვეწონა შენი გამოსვლა, ბუნებრივი ეს ერთ-ერთი ყველაზე ლამაზი ნოკაუტი იყო არა მარტო რკენაში ამ პირველ ივენტზე, არამედ შეიძლება წელს საერთოდ რაც გვინახავს MMA-ში, როდის უნდა გელოდოთ შემდეგ ივენტზე უშუალოდ.
Я жду предложения от Грузии.
I'm waiting for an invitation from Georgia.
Еще бы, я скажу на польском, chciałem by podziękować każdemu mojemu sponsoru, każdemu treneru. Bardzo dziękuję za to, że ze mną trenowali przez 2 miesiące. Chciałem by podziękować mojemu klubu Center Kraków, Grappling Kraków. Naprawdę przez te 2 miesiące każdy się dolучил, i to albo sponsory, albo moich partnerzy. Oni tyle kolan dostali przez 2 miesiące, naprawdę. To było ciężkie przygotowanie. I co? Я приехал в Грузию, чтобы попробовать вашу знаменитую кухню и напиться вашего вкусного вина.
მე ჩამოვედი საქართველოში რომ გავსინჯო თქვენი არაჩვეულებრივი სამზარეულო და დავლიო თქვენი ძალიან მაგარი ღვინო.
გილოცავ იაროსლავ გამარჯვებას. იაროსლავ ჩოკობოკი.
Yaroslav Chokobok goes out victorious from the cage, and we have to move to the next fight, which is between Georgi Poldashvili and Tanir Bergenov. Two undefeated fighters enter, one leaves the perfect record intact. Georgi Poladishvili versus Erasil Tanibergenov. Poladishvili started boxing in a French basement, turned a humble beginning into a flawless start in MMA with a calm, calculated style and an excellent distance management. Nobody has found a way to beat him yet.
ჩემი თავის მჯერა რომ როგორც აქამდე მოვიდი დაუმარცხებელი, უმეტეს სწავლობით ამ ბრძოლასაც ლამაზი გამარჯვებით დავასრულებ, მაგრამ ლამაზ გამარჯვებას სულ სხვა გემოვა.
On the other side, Erasil Tanibergenov, one of Kazakhstan's top prospects, a two-time pancration champion and Kazakhstan MMA championship medalist, riding his own undefeated streak.
Соперникті қарсыласында оңай қарсылас емес, ол да дайындалды. Қарадық, Латикада өтіп кетті. Күрестен де хабар бар. Жақсы бой болады деп ойлаймын. Соперникті қарсыласында оңай қарсылас емес, ол да дайындалды. Қарадық, дайындалып кетті деп ойлаймын. Сол көрсетуге дайынбыз.
It's a rising star versus a rising star. Poladishvili versus Tanibergenov is moments away.
Someone's O has got to go. Will it be this man, who some have said is a kind of competitor that haunts your dreams? Stoic and laser focus all week. Kazakhstan's Erasil loves to smother and break the will of opponents. He won't be fazed by not being a fan favorite tonight. He said earlier today, he's here to do a job. And look at him. He's a scary individual.
He don't care. He doesn't care about anything. The only thing he's locked in on is getting a victory against a very, very tough opponent. Two-time Russian pancration champion, a medalist in Kazakhstan in terms of MMA. This man is no joke. He's developed, he's well-rounded, wrestling, striking absolutely everywhere. And he's a dangerous force, dangerous opponent for Poladishvili for sure.
Loves to grind, loves to smother. As I said, he's the kind of fighter that other fighters hate. That style that is so successful is horrible to deal with.
He's a weird southpaw fighter. Weird southpaw fighter.
You're calling him weird? I can go and tell him you just called him that. He's right there.
I'm getting out of this arena right now.
Erasil Tanibergenov about to enter the Rkena cage. What a night it's been here in Tbilisi, Georgia. As debut events go, I gotta say, Rkena have blown this out of the park. We've had multiple highlight reel stoppages. It's
the fights have delivered. The fights have delivered for sure.
It's great to see the next generation of Georgian athletes, but also just Georgian MMA promotions is in safe hands.
Tanibergenov is in the cage. We'll be waiting for Georgi Poladishvili. Oh, I think I know the music that's gonna sound right now.
It is your choice, it's Backstreet Boys. Oh!
Yeah.
The explosion of Georgian MMA in recent years is undeniable. Those looking for the region's next breakout star may not need to look any further in the 24-year-old Georgi Poladishvili, undefeated in his three-fight mixed martial arts career. He is armed with world-class judo and boxing skills. This charismatic young man is exactly the region Rkena was born. But let's not mess around. This is the biggest test of his skills so far.
The fiery entrance for a Champions Academy product. Poladishvili is a young, promising prospect.
As Georgi entered, I could barely hear myself think. The roar of the crowd here. He's 24 years old. Look at him, a good-looking guy. He's got all the acumen, all the ingredients to be a great success. Are we looking at a future superstar?
What people don't know about is his bare-knuckle experience. He's undefeated on a bare-knuckle stage, bare-knuckle boxing stage.
How is a man that good-looking involved in bare-knuckle boxing?
Undefeated. Distance management gets hit surprisingly few times in bare knuckle. He has one draw, he has had some wars.
Look at the calm before the storm. Georgi, the real steel Bolodishvili, looks calm, looks confident as he enters the Rkena cage.
The man's dream was to become an Olympic champion, but he will settle for Rkena belt down the line and then UFC 1 in future. Georgi Bolodishvili is in the cage. Tani Bergenov has been waiting for him patiently. This is going to be a war, a lightweight war. Three 3-0, 4-0, 24-year-old versus 27-year-old.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Rkena featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, is a wrestling specialist and weighed in officially at 66.2 kilos. He holds a perfect, undefeated record of 4 victories and no defeats. He fights out of Tbilisi, Kazakhstan. Please welcome Tani and his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a submission specialist and weighed in officially at 66.1 kilos. He also holds a perfect undefeated record that stands at 3 victories and no defeats. He fights out of Tbilisi, Georgia. Presenting Georgi, the real steel Bolodishvili. Your referee in charge, Duda Nasir.
65.8 kilograms, both of them had no problem making weight. Reach advantage on the side of Bolodishvili, height advantage.
We are underway, Bolodishvili in the black shorts. Tani Bergenov in the white, and the roar, the reception for this young Georgian athlete is certainly something to behold.
Takedown attempt right away from Tani Bergenov.
And this is what I expect from Yerjalis, a Kazakhstan wrestling specialist. We want to take this one to the ground, but what we've learnt, what we've learnt about Gorgit is that judo specialism he has is fantastic at defending wrestlers' takedowns.
Let's see what he does here. Erasil is going in on that one leg, but Georgi has 2 wizards, so it's going to be hard to take him down. Defends himself well. He has the nice knee to the body. Nice knee to the body. He's trying to get rid of Erasil, trying to get away from him. Oh, nice knee to the body again. Once again, the clinch.
Judo skills on display there from the real style Georgi Bolodishvili.
Erasil is using that knee to keep the distance and to prevent Georgi from kneeing him to the body once again.
All 3 of Georgi's victories have come via submission.
Good elbow from Bolodishvili. He's holding the opponents. And oh, nice! Nice one to the body. Nice one to the body.
Steady work here from Georgi, not rushing yet.
Nice short elbow. Takedown attempt from Erasil once again, and beautiful defense. Beautiful sprawl. Takes the back.
Lovely transition here from the real steel.
Punches! Punches and punches! That's it. That's it.
And that is all they wrote as the real steel shows he's the real deal.
Bolodishvili with the TKO.
Short work there, and this place has erupted. Georgi Bolodishvili lives up to the hype. He moves to 4-0, and I tell you what, against an undefeated Kazakhstani athlete, that is something.
Erasil is upset that the fight was, he thinks the fight was stopped too early, but it's in some moment he was just accepting those punches, not defending himself. I could understand his position, to be honest with you. Ref could let him receive more punches, but let's see.
Let's take a look at this replay. It was a lovely transition here by Georgi.
See, he just sat there. That was a mistake from Russell. He should not have sat there for so long, because those punches accumulate and the referee is looking at the moment in total. See, like right now, he's not defending himself. He's just standing on his hands. The referee had had the right to stop the fight for sure. Poladishvili, TKO victory for Georgi Poladishvili.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a halt to the action at 1 minute and 41 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO, Georgi Poladishvili!
გილოცავ ბოლად გამარჯვებას. ყველაფერი გვაჩვენე. გრეპლინგიც გვაჩვენე, ჯიუ-ჯიტსუც გვაჩვენე, დარტყმაც გვაჩვენე, ძალაც გვაჩვენე. შენ თვითონ მოგვიყევი ახლა ეს ყველაფერი.
What is this? KO? TKO. Oh. დიდება უფალს.
Thank you guys.
მადლობა ღმერთო. აი ღმერთს მადლობა. მადლობა ყველაფერთვის აბსოლუტურად. ყველა გაჭირვებისთვის.
All the struggles.
ყველა სიხარულისთვის.
All the happiness.
ყველა წნეხისთვის.
All the pressure.
გაჭირვება, წნეხი, სირთულე კაცს აძლიერებს დაიმახსოვრეთ. ამ მზადებაში აი ბევრი ვიწვალე, ბევრი ვიშრომი და ღმერთს მადლობა რომ ეს შრომა დამიფასდა. ეს ბრძოლა მინდა მიუძღვნა ჩემს მშობლებს. რაც შეეხება აი ამ აუდიტორიას ძალიან დიდი მადლობა. აი რო გამოვდიოდი ჟრუანტელმა დამიარა, აი არ ვიტყუე. ჟრუანტელმა დამიარა. მიყვარხართ ყველა. დაიმახსოვრეთ. ეს არის დასაწყისი. მე ერთხელ ვთქვი კიდევ ერთხელ გავიმეორებ. დაიმახსოვრეთ სახელი. გიორგი the real steel Poladishvili. კენას რაც შეეხება ძალიან დიდი მადლობა ამ ორგანიზაციას, ორგანიზატორებს. Let's fucking go.
და ბოლო შეკითხვა, ახსენე მომავალი და როდის უნდა გნახოთ კიდევ რკენას ოქტაგონს?
ჯერ უნდა დავისვენე. მე მგონი მეკუთვნის.
გეკუთვნის. გიორგი პოლადიშვილი.
Georgi Poladishvili is the and he sticks the landing. Nice.
Always scares the life out of me when fighters do that. He wants to rest. He fought for a minute and a half. I want to see this man back in there ASAP. And we said at the start of that fight, is he a potential superstar in Georgia in this sport? Man, on that performance, potentially.
Experience meets experience in the next matchup. Georgia's Nicolas Abramishvili, a GFC champion, accomplished grappler and a longtime teammate of Levan Chokheli, returns to competition, looking to add his strong record after wins both locally and internationally.
ვფიქრობ, ძალიან გამოცდილი მებრძოლი არის უმაღლეს ლეველის მოჭიდავე ჯიცერი და ვფიქრობ, ბრძოლას წავიყვან ჩემს სასარგებლოდ და არა მის ესე ვთქვათ სამყაროში.
Standing opposite of him is the Finnish veteran Henry Lintula, a second-degree BJJ black belt, former training partner of Israel Adesanya, and the man with 11 wins, all by finish. And tonight on his birthday, he's hunting for the finish number 12.
I've never won a decision, so I think we're gonna have an exciting fight. And so far, they all been going very good, and no better birthday present than get the win.
Don't blink. Nicolas Abramishvili versus Henry Lintula starts now.
Happy birthday to this man, Finland's Henry Lintula, who turns 35 today. And I've got to say, I'm not sure having someone try and knock me out is my kind of birthday party, but after 16 years of MMA, it seems it's Henry's ideal night out. Vast experience, as you just mentioned, highlighted by his time as a training partner with former UFC champ Israel Adesanya. Rkena welcomed an elite-level athlete to the cage in Henry Lintula.
The man is super composed, super professional. I mean, he went through the weight cut, he did it perfectly. He's trained with the best of the best in the division. He's trained with Israel Adesanya. He's sparred with city kickboxing guys and spent some time training there. He's almost always spends time training in Thailand. 11-2 professional MMA record. An amazing grappler. And definitely one of the top talents to come out of Finland.
He's huge at this weight as well. He's 6'4". Look, you see the veins popping through his chest. I think his body fat's at -4. How he makes the cut, I do not know.
Yeah, Henry Lintula is an impressive man. Second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and comfortable wherever this fight might take him. He didn't share with us what his plans were. He didn't share with us what he thought about his opponent, but one thing he's sure of is a 12th finish on his birthday.
He's never gone to a decision. 82% of his victories have come via submission. Other ones by TKO. Riding a 3-fight win streak. Can this be a wonderful birthday night out for Finland's Henry Lintula at Rkena 1?
That's easily the most decorated fighter we've had at Rkena. For sure tonight, and of course this is our first event from Tbilisi, Georgia on Setanta Sports.
And I tell you what, the fights have been great, but almost as great are the entrance tunes. And here comes Nicolas Abramishvili, stepping up to 77 kilos for the second time in his career. Nicolas has said he's far more comfortable at welterweight than lightweight. It's been a rocky road as of late, but he said he is relishing the opportunity to capture the scalp of his highly rated opponent. Let's be honest, this is a fight many in Nicolas' position would want it to have swerved when you're on the comeback trail.
The man has been training in Rkena, one of the OGest teams in Georgia, alongside with Levan Chokheli. Levan Chokheli, of course, a PFL, a Bellator talent. And he was raised amongst warriors, 7-3 professional record, 23 years of age. The man has a lot of experience training and fighting at a higher level.
He is fighting a 2-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
But he has said he is revitalized, he is refocused, and just 23 years old, still very much learning the craft of mixed martial arts.
He used to fight at lightweight and he would have to cut 16 kilograms. 16 kilograms.
I put on 16 kilograms at Christmas. How do you lose that? I could use some tips, but he does look far more comfortable at this weight, and he's looked great around the hotel all week.
Heavy pressure from this man. He knows that his opponent is great at submissions, great at wrestling, but he's going to defend those takedowns and try to keep this fight on the feet, as he mentioned to us during the fighter meetings. Nika Abramishvili,
And he enters the Rkena cage. No doubt to a huge roar from the fans here in his hometown of Tbilisi, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight takes place in the Rkena welterweight division and is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a submission artist and weighing officially at 77.6 kilograms. His professional MMA record stands at 11 victories and just 2 defeats. He fights out of Rkena, Finland. This is Henry Lintula! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a grappling specialist and weighing officially at 77.1 kilos. His professional mixed martial art records reads as 7 wins and 3 defeats. This man fights out of Tbilisi, Georgia! Presenting Nicolas Abramishvili!
This is a welterweight bout.
Your referee in charge, Lukas Bozaki.
With 6 centimeter height advantage going to Henry Lintula, also 5 centimeter reach advantage going to him. Finland versus Georgia. Lintula is 11 years older than his opponent, 23-year-old versus 34-year-old.
Lintula in the white shorts, Abramishvili in the black, and we are underway here. 3 5-minute rounds scheduled for this one. Big ask for the Georgian athlete, Nicolas Abramishvili.
This is a very tough fight for Nicolas.
Instantly you see that the height and the range difference, 6'4" for Henry Lintula.
Good leg kick. Good leg kick from Abramishvili. Good right hand. I don't think he should grapple with Lintula. I do not think he should grapple. He should take him down, maybe up against the cage with short elbows, etc. But Lintula is defending himself right now.
There's been lots of analysis of this card across the week, and many, including yourself, have singled out Finland's Lintula as the best technical athlete on this card.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, Nicolas has a... Oh! He got it with a good left hand.
Lovely combination lands there for Nicolas. And this is perhaps the way forward. He's against a submission specialist who wants to go to ground, but he's managing to close the distance and land the strikes very well here in round 1. Lintula does not like getting hit.
Yeah, it's kind of slow on the feet as well. Slower on the feet than expected. Nicolas looks good.
I told you, getting hit in the face is not how I wanted to spend my birthday. Maybe Lintula has big plans for later tonight. Every time he's struck, he almost winces back.
This should be his strategy, taking Nicolas down. Because Abramishvili is just defending his takedown. The cage just messed him up. There was not enough space to sprawl out. Now he has to deal with this. He has to keep his legs as far back as possible, but Lintula already locked his hands in on his leg. Oh! Great! What an amazing move from Abramishvili. Nicolas! Lintula is hanging on the ground.
And it's a flurry of strikes coming down from Nicolas. He has Henry Lintula exactly where he wants him. Lintula trying to pull him into guard though.
Big punch from Nicolas.
Lintula.
Maybe he should let him up.
Lintula is very well versed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Looks comfortable there, trying to find a ground position.
He's getting the kimura. You should not go into these exchanges with Lintula. You should just get away as soon as possible because Abramishvili has a clear advantage on the feet.
And you saw that, as I said, Lintula was almost trying to welcome Abramishvili into his guard to go for some ground action.
Yeah.
Looks far more comfortable on the ground than he does on the feet.
And the way Abramishvili defended the first takedown, that doesn't happen often. You cannot do that all the time. it's very risky to do because your opponent can end up into a side control.
Lintula slowing the pace of this contest here. That perhaps plays into it. Maybe lets him recover because he took some damage early on in this bout. 2 minutes to go in this opening round.
Let's see Lintula locking his hands behind Abramishvili's back. Trying to take him down. Oh, kudos to Abramishvili. Oh! Shoot the throw from Abramishvili! And ground the pound on the ground.
Great work here from the Georgian athlete. We talked about rebounding from his losing streak, and he certainly looks comfortable at this weight.
Big punches from Abramishvili. Minute and a half left in the round. Lintula falls down. Abramishvili is trying to...
Referee looking close at this one. Henry Lintula is taking damage. Lintula back up against the cage, can't work for a position, but Nicholas can certainly start to ground and pound. Wow!
Elbow is just staring him right in the face. But he has to be careful here. He cannot just stay there and not expect a submission threat from Lintula, which is always
Well, Lintula's turning up here. I don't know if he's got much left to offer, and the referee is indeed watching closely. Less than a minute to go here. Can Lintula survive?
Yeah, he's not going to go out that easy, and he's about to take Abramishvili's back. He's about to take Abramishvili's back if he's not smart about it. If Abramishvili is not smart about it, he's going to give up his back to the Finnish fighter.
Abramishvili looking for that top position.
Oh, he's going to...
Henry Lintula, as you say, never writes him off on the ground, but the strikes are coming through. 30 seconds left on the clock. Not much coming back from Lintula, and the referee may be stepping in. And he does! Nicholas Abramishvili picks up a much-needed win.
TKO for the Georgian!
Abramishvili is back!
This was easily the toughest fight for any Georgian fighter on the card, and Abramishvili comes out victorious.
Let's be frank about it, though. He made it look, well, pedestrian.
Yeah. He was just on another level on the feet.
That is a great performance. We talked so much about Lintula's credentials, his skills, particularly on the ground. It was a striking that weakened him, but it was on the ground where it finished.
Yeah. Great ground and pound from Abramishvili. Great performance from the Georgian. Just 23 years old, he manages to defeat one of the most experienced warriors to come out of Europe. A great grappler. He defended takedowns, had amazing moments in the fight, and just manages to win. Great job. Great job.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our referee calls a halt to the action at 4 minutes and 36 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by TKO, Nicholas Abramishvili!
Because Abramishvili is victorious here at Rkena 1. Respect and thank you to Henry Lintula for sacrificing his birthday to be with us tonight.
გილოცავ გამარჯვებას. ეს იყო ბრძოლა, სადაც საქართველოს წარმომადგენელს სანამ დავიწყებდით ივენტს, ვფიქრობდით, რომ ყველაზე რთული მეტოქე შეხვდა. მაგრამ ეს გალიაში საერთოდ არ იგრძნობოდა. დაგვიზიარე შენი ემოციები.
მადლობა, მინდა პირველ რიგში გადავხადო უფალს. ამ ყველაფრისთვის.
for everything.
რაც ყოველდღიურობაში გამოჩნია და მაძლევს.
Whatever I have every single day and whatever he gives me.
დიდი მადლობა მინდა გადავუხადო ჩემს კლუბს ვეფხისტყაოსანს. ეს არის ვეფხისტყაოსნის სტილი და არა მარტო ჩემი. სულ ყველა სტილია ეს. ეს არის ვეფხისტყაოსნური. მადლობა ჩემს მწვრთნელებს. ბეკას, პაატას. ელას მოვიკითხავ ჩემს ძმას ლევანის ჩოხელს. მოკითხვა აქიდა.
Shout out to Levan.
არ ვიცი საუკეთესო გზნობა არის ეს ჩემს ქვეყანაში. ესეთი კარგი ბრძოლა ჩავატარე. და ყველაზე მთავარი რაც მინდოდა რომ მეთქვა და რაც გულში მაქვს უკვე დიდი ხანია. ეს ბრძოლა ეძღვნება ჩემს ნათლიას, ჩემს ძმას. გიორგი გურჩინიას, რომელიც ჩემს გვერდით აღარ არის დღეს, მაგრამ იქიდან ბალეშჩიკოვს. ჩემი ყველაზე მაგარი გულშემატკივარი. მადლობა ყველას.
Thank you everyone.
ნათლია ამაყობს შენით.
Your godfather is definitely proud of you.
ახლა უკვე დასრულებულ ბრძოლაზე გაგვიმხილე გეგმა. იყო თუ არა ეს ყველაფერი რაც ვნახეთ შენი გეგმის ნაწილი, რადგან მიწაზე ლინტულას ასე დაფინიშება ძალიან რთულია და აქამდე პრინციპში შეუძლებელიც იყო ბევრის აზრით.
შეუძლებელი არაფერია, როცა ვეფხისტყაოსნის წევრი ხარ. გეგმა ზუსტად ეს იყო, რაც ნიხილა ყველამ. შევასრულეთ 100% ყველაფერი. მადლობა კიდევ ერთხელ ჩემს გუნდს.
გილოცავ კიდევ ერთხელ გამარჯვებას ნიკოლას აბრამიშვილი.
Everyone.
Georgian MMA is in safe hands tonight.
We have a co-main event coming up and the main fight after. And just see this. I mean, this was a last throw by Abramishvili, and then he just needed moments to finish the fight.
We talk about Abramishvili stepping up in weight, and I was in there with both athletes then, and Henry Lintula is massive. I have no idea how he makes the weight. And perhaps as you get older, that cut becomes harder. He hit 35 today. Perhaps it's time to step up to middleweight. There's certainly more to see from Lintula, but tonight belongs to the Georgian athlete. And look, this is just a testament to what talent here is in this region.
Yeah, great fight, great finish. Let's see the last two fights of the evening. A classic striker versus wrestler matchup with huge stakes. Georgia's undefeated lion David Rkena brings striking, wrestling, and BFA training, Batumi Fight Academy training to the Rkena cage.
ყოველთვის წინ მივდივარ, აი ვცდილობ რომ მეტოქე გავანადგურო, გავგლიჯო, ვემზადებით მაგრად ყველაფრისთვის, გომისთვის, ჭიდაობისთვის, ყველაფრისთვის, მაგრამ რა თქმა უნდა ნოკაუტისთვის. უნდა მოვიგო ყველა წამი.
Facing him is Brazil's Leandro Barbosa, one of the most experienced fighters on the card, the Continental, Pan American and the World Championship champion in kickboxing with 22 professional MMA fights.
Casa, bom recorde, mas eu preciso surpreender ele com a minha experiência. E espero trazer para o evento grande show.
A huge test for the Georgian prospect. Lord Kipanidze versus Barbosa is next.
Well, the first half of our co-main event makes the walk in Brazilian Leandro Barbosa. 20 years of combat sports experience, 13 in mixed martial arts. He loves to travel the world, compete in different environments, but he has got a history of taking short notice fights for those journeys and has paid the price. However, he's had a full 2-month camp for this contest. And he also said this week he expects a career best performance.
Yeah, and I asked him during the media day, which fighter are you? Are you Poatan or are you Carlos Prates? Meaning, are you a disciplined warrior or are you a bad man clothed in the clothing of a sports athlete? But he said he's professional. He doesn't pay too much time to drinking, to partying. He's just locked in on his art. He trains young up-and-coming generation. He's devoted to showing them a good example and leading them down to the path of MMA and not to other bad things in life. He said MMA saved him from the street life, so he's willing to do the same for others as well.
35 years old. He's a very mature fighter.
You see Hamon Drum in his corner, the first fighter here today.
Hey man, Brazilians stick together. They're a good crowd. He's got balanced striking, great trips, submissions, kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, 2-time kickboxing national and South American champion. This guy has really got a full list of attributes. His record, 30-9, as I mentioned, doesn't quite tell a story. He loves to travel. He takes short-notice fights and his CV has really paid the price. Tonight's a different story though.
Always fear a Brazilian with a 13-9 record, always. You never know who they fought.
Murad Davlishvili, two of the biggest names in Georgian sport and two of the biggest in MMA. Lots of people are saying that David Lurkivanidze is a future third name on that list, undefeated in 7 fights and an ability to finish the contest wherever it goes. However, tonight there's going to be an asterisk on this bout after he missed weight. He told me that 14 kilograms, which is what he has to cut, is just a bit too much this time around. But let's be honest, that is a huge amount any time. Do you think his future lies at welterweight?
I'm not sure where his future lies, Andy, but I know that this man is all about family. You saw him hugging his wife on the way here. He's expecting a baby in 2 months. You saw him touch his mustache, which he grew in honor of his late grandfather, who sponsored his first ever wrestling match with $3, Andy. He didn't have $3 to participate in the wrestling match. His grandfather sponsored it, and he's watching from up above, very proud of his grandchild making his Rkena debut.
Powered by his family, and this man has traveled. He's got Brave FC experience, fought there back in August, picked up a win. He's never had a loss, they're all wins, undefeated. And as I said, there's a lot of talk about this man. Like many athletes on this card, promotion to watch it, promotion to seeing what's happening tonight on Rkena, and not least this man, in David the Lion Lurkivanidze.
He used to walk around 10 kilometers back and forth to the wrestling practice. Let's see if that pays off today.
25 years old. Still so much of his career to go.
He has a wrestling heavy style. If he gets you to the ground, it's really hard to stand up. And once you stand up, he comes punches and punches. He throws hands, legs, everything.
Youth versus experience in this contest. Has David sharp enough tools to handle his opponent in a very experienced world travel veteran? We're going to answer those questions in just a few moments here at Rkena 1 in our co-main event.
This is the last professional bout this evening. The next one will be an exhibition bout, but still 3 5-minute rounds. But this is a pro MMA bout between Rkena and Barbosa, and it's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a fiery one. A Brazilian versus a Georgian, experience versus youth. Seven and 0, 13 and 9, 10 years older for Barbosa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It takes place in the Rkena lightweight division and is our co-main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a mixed martial arts specialist and winning officially at 70.8 kilograms. His professional record reads at 13 victories and 9 defeats. He fights out of Farroupilha, Brazil, presenting Leandro Barbosa. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a striking specialist and weighing officially at 71.1 kilos. He holds a perfect, undefeated record of 7 victories and no defeats. He fights out of Tbilisi, Georgia. Please welcome David the Lion Rkena.
From Tbilisi, Georgia.
Your referee in charge, Lucas Bozaki.
Representing Batumi Fight Academy, the height is identical, 1 centimeter reach advantage for Leandro Barbosa. Experience advantage for Barbosa, who is 10 years older. What fights versus Barbosa is about to begin. Co-main event. Let's go.
Here we are. David Rkena in the black, Barbosa in the white.
Oh! What a low kick! What a low kick! And he goes into a takedown mode.
Dangerous exchange there early for both men. As Rkena goes for pressure on the cage, takes the legs, goes to ground.
Yeah, his wrestling is too good, man. His wrestling is too good. He's gonna start mauling. Barbosa! Oh!
Vicious knee!
That's it! That's it!
The Lion rolls here in Tbilisi.
He slapped him! He slapped him up against the cage!
David Rkena certainly lives up to the hype. That was a veteran opponent. He just demolished in seconds.
I gotta see the replay, man. There was like a split second where Barbosa's knee was not on the ground, and he just used that to just drill a hole into his face.
Barbosa still down on the ground. That was, that was fireworks. That kind of summarizes this whole night here at Rkena 1. Fireworks galore.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
He's a man who's powered by something different. Passion for his family, for his grandfather. Great sign of sportsmanship here, just Rkena checking on Leandro. Let's take a look one more time at this. Takes the legs, goes to ground. And Rkena just...
the knees up. Yeah, knees up, knees up, knees up. See?
Wonderful timing here from David Rkena. The hand comes up, the knee comes up, And the strike, the knee, straight on the side of the face. The referee was just checking the replay to ensure it was legal, but certainly was. And David Lorcapenity takes up, well, a highlight reel victory.
Wow, what a finish from Rkena. I mean, that was a close one. The face was right there, the knee just went straight to the face. Once Barbosa's leg was lifted from the ground, Rkena just capitalized on the opportunity.
The ladies.
Why just the ladies, Andy?
Well,
the gentlemen as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our referee called a halt to the action at 25 seconds of round number 1 and declares your winner via knockout, David the Lion Lorcapenity!
David Lorcapenity is victorious by TKO. Or KO. Was that a KO or TKO? KO.
გილოცავ დავით.
KO. Congratulations.
გილოცავ დავით გამარჯვებას.
It has been a crazy night for BFA. They lost by KO.
დავით. ასწორდა. დავით, გილოცავ გამარჯვებას. მე ვიცი როგორ ემზადებოდი დღეს აქ ბრძოლისთვის და რამხელა მნიშვნელობა ჰქონდა შენთვის აქ გამარჯვებას. და მოდი პირდაპირ შენი ემოციები გაგვიზიარე.
Please share your emotions with us.
ძალიან მაგარი გამოვიდა. მადლობა პირველ რიგში უფალს. შევანდელი დღისთვის და ყოველი წამისთვის.
For every second.
მადლობა ამ ორგანიზაციას. აი, რასაც ველოდი, როგორც ვამბობდი, მოლოდინებს გადააჭარბა რა. აი, ძალიან მაგარია და ნახავთ დღეს ვიცი რომ ბევრმა ვერ მოახერხა მოსვლა და შემდეგ იმეცე ბევრი მოხდა.
I know that a lot of fighters
მადლობა მინდა გადავუხადო ჩემს ოჯახს, ჩემს ოჯახს.
Thank you to everyone.
რა თქმა უნდა, ჩემს ბრძოლებს ყოველთვის ჩემ ოჯახს უძვნი, ჩემს ქვეყანას უძვნი და მადლობა ყოველ წამს ჩემს გვერდით არის.
იყო თუ არა ეს დასასრული ზუსტად ისეთი, როგორცაც გეგმავდი, იმიტომ რომ ფიზიკურად საშუალება არ დაუტოვე თითქოს ბარბოსას, რომ თავისი თამაში ეჩვენებინა, პირდაპირ წნეხი რაც გიყვარს, გადახვედი, მოდი გეგმა გაგვიზიარე, შენი როგორი იყო და რა გამოგივიდა.
ლომი ვარ. ლომს გეგმა აქვს, როცა შია, სვერბლი უნდა მიიღოს და გაანადგუროს. როცა ჩემთან გალიაში შემოვა ადამიანი, ის ჩათვალე მშიელომთანაა გალიაში. დანარჩენი თქვენ გადაწყვეტეთ რაც მოხდება.
უკვე რა გამარჯვება გაქვს, არც ერთი მარცხი აგრძელებს დაუმარცხებლად სვლას წინ. ტრადიციული შეკითხვა დავამკვიდრე დღეს, როდის გიხილავთ კიდევ კენას ოქტაგონზე?
თუ გინდა დავრჩები და ვინმე შემოუშვით
გავაკეთებ. დიდი მადლობა დავით გილოცავ, დავით ლორკიპანიძე.
მადლობა მინდა ჩემს გუნდს, ბათუმის საბრძოლო აკადემიას, ლაშა ბარამიძეს, ჩემს აჭარას, ჩემს ქოგულებს, დიდი მადლობა მინდა გადაუხადო. და ვისარგებლებ ამ მომენტით სპონსორებს თხოვ, ახალგაზრდებს მივაქციოთ ყურადღება, თუ ვინმე სურვილი გექნებათ, მზად ვარ, რომ ხარი დამიჭირეთ.
დავით ლორკიპანიძე.
Thank you, money! Throw some money at this man.
Hey, Georgi, weren't you saying you fancied a fight tonight? Looks like the Lion is still keeping one more. You can get in there.
Who's Georgi? My name is Merab. I'm not even here right now.
One more fight to go on what has been an incredible night. It's our main event.
Yeah. Things went quick. Things went quick tonight. Merab Sharikadze, youngest captain in Georgian national rugby team history, is about to make his MMA debut. This is going to be amazing. You see people gathering around the entrance point.
I hope this roof has been double bolted on because I got a feeling it's going to come off if it isn't.
I've attended many events in this arena, and from my deep in my childhood, and this has been intact.
The story of this main event has really captured the hearts and souls of, well, not just only everyone in attendance, but many around Georgia.
Main event coming up, Rkena versus Kontni. And finally, the main event of Rkena 1. Georgian rugby legend Merab Rkena, a born captain and a natural leader, makes his long-awaited MMA debut. The country knows his toughness, discipline and heart. Now he begins.
უსიამოვნო რამე რომ მომიწია საერთოდ გაქრობა. რაგბი ხა იყო და იქნება ჩემთვის უდიდესი სიყვარული და ეხა უკვე უდიდესი ტკივილიც. არ უნდა დამთავრებულიყო ეგრე. არ ეკუთვნოდა ჩემ გავლენას ეგრე გასასვლელი ნახეთ.
Will he bring the competitive fire in the cage?
გზას. ნუ აი კენაში თუ გავბედავდი მონაწილეობის მიღებას, მომცემდა საშუალებას ჩემი აი ეს გულში ცეცხლი რაც მაგ შემიძლება რომ კიდე ერთხელ როგორც მინიმუმ ერთხელ ვაჩვენო ყველას რა.
Across from him is Patrick Kontni.
Tak naprawdę to o swoim przeciwniku mało co wiem, albo świnę. Wiem, że tylko był rugbystą, a jego walk w MMA nie wiedziałem żadnych. Nie wiem, czy jakieś miał w ogóle.
Already tested in professional MMA, a strong grappler with years of experience, he plans to spoil the debut and make a statement of his own.
Staram się robić wszystko co najlepiej, żeby wygrać walkę.
This is the culmination of Rkena 1.
მომდომედით და შემართებით ვარ იმაზე ზევით აღარ არსებობს.
Merab Rkena versus Patrick Kontni begins now.
Poland's Patrick Kontni is certainly not blind to the opportunity ahead of him. He knows, regardless of what he just said in that VT, he knows he's facing a Georgian icon, and a victory tonight would skyrocket his profile. By far, this is the biggest stage he's been on, and a lot of pressure in just the third fight of his professional career. And Georgi, you've been around him all week. Have you seen any cracks showing at all?
The man is calm as a cucumber. He doesn't have nerves at all. He knows he holds all the power. He knows he can spoil the party in Tbilisi. He knows he can spoil the debut of the most beloved rugby player of Georgia, Rkena.
He's a big man, 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing at 92.8 kilos, but you gotta think he's walking to the cage with a few kilos extra tonight. And let's be real about this. This is going to be a test for Murad. This isn't an easy fight. This is a man he's been in the cage twice before. That means he's been through, well now, 3 camps. This man is going to be a challenge.
He has seen those bright lights. He has felt what it means to be tired in an MMA fight. He's faced adversity and has more experience. So Contney, if this fight goes to the ground, Contney is going to mess things up here in Tbilisi.
His opponent has said he's only trained for less than 5 months, and there's only so much he can learn in that time. And how can Patrick Contney exploit, well, frankly, that inexperience?
He has to mix it up. He has to go through the first round, go through the hardships in the first 5 minutes, and then just start turning his wheels.
Can Patrick Contney fight, well, the battle of his life and make his name here tonight at Rkena 1? Superstars, and that is what we are seeing here as makes the walk to the Rkena cage for his mixed martial arts debut. I have got goosebumps on my goosebumps here. There is no doubting the athletic ability of this man, and after less than 5 months of training, he has accepted the challenge to compete inside the cage. Tonight the difference is though, there is no rugby team standing by his side. He is alone. Once that cage door shuts, it's all on him. You spent time with him. How is he approaching this new chapter in his career?
With calmness, and he's relaxed. He's feeling the pressure, but he's trying for it not to get to it. Youngest captain in Georgian national rugby history, 144 caps, a centurion is a man who has more than 100 appearances in a Georgian national rugby team.
This event was supposed to be held in an arena with 1,000 or so people, but the story of this man, it's a redemption story now. He's left rugby behind. He's entered the world of mixed martial arts, and what he lacks in experience, he makes up for in God-given athletic ability. You don't get to where he's been without that. Can he demonstrate that in his mixed martial arts debut?
You hear rumors about his power. You hear rumors about his will, unbreakable will.
There is not a bum on a seat here in the arena. Everyone is on their feet.
Let's go!
This is an atmosphere.
Huge fight! You can hear Puka, his nickname. Puka Rkena is about to make his MMA debut at Rkena 1 in Tbilisi, Georgia. Setanta Sports, we arrived. What's up?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here for this historic night. Thank you to everyone watching around the world as Rkena makes its debut. Before this fight, I want to introduce our judges at ringside. Nikki Brengradze, Gabriel Marichev, and Jeff Brown. This fight is a special exhibition in the light heavyweight division. It's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds and is our main event of the evening. And now, our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Here's a grappling specialist and weighing in officially at 92.8 kilos. His professional record is 1 win and 1 defeat. This man fights out of Bytom, Poland, presenting Patrick Kotny. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a former Georgian rugby national captain who has represented his country over 100 times. And tonight, he makes his mixed martial arts debut. He is here fighting in his hometown of Tbilisi, Georgia. Please welcome Murad Sharikadze.
Both of them are 32 years old. Kotny has 6 centimeter height advantage.
Your referee in charge of the action is Duda Nasia.
4 centimeters of advantage in reach for Kotny.
All right, gentlemen, we know the rules. Defend yourself full time. Follow my instructions. We gotta keep it clean. Touch gloves if you wish. Pick up.
Everything is ready. The table is set. Merab Sharikadze, Patrick Kotny. Main event of Rkena 1 is about to take place. A historic moment. Professional rugby player against Patrick Kotny.
Sharikadze in the black, Kotny in the white.
Oh, big right from Sharikadze.
Sharikadze.
Oh, he has to watch for the leg. He has to watch out for the leg. Just take your leg out from there. Just do not, either go forward or go back.
Well, instantly we saw the striking power of Sharikadze, but this is where he said he didn't want to be. He wants to keep things standing. He knows he has holes on the ground. And Kotny has just eaten another blow there. The power of Sharikadze. The power of Sharikadze coming through here. Ground and pound galore.
He has to be careful not to gas himself out.
The referee watching closely, and now it's a full guard.
He cannot get tired in a fight against the grappler. It's just, look at high guard of Patrick Kotny. Merab is carrying. Oh, armbar.
And Sharikadze's in danger here. Has Sharikadze done the work? He's trying to find a way free.
He's trying to open the leg. He's trying to get control back of his hand. Beautiful defense. He has to keep himself close, his body close to Kotny's body. Bravo. He defended.
And Sharikadze has just shown the work he's put in. That could have gone very badly, but right now, with the suggestion being to keep things standing, he looks to his corner for the advice.
Yeah, his corner is telling him to move back. Let him stand up. Let Kotny stand up. They're right in front of us right now. Merab is defending a takedown from Kotny.
Sharikadze's shown his power. He's shown he's got defensive skills on the ground, but he won't want to end up there again.
Yeah, Sharikadze has to sprawl right now. He has to stand up and get away from here.
Some big breaths going into Sharikadze's lungs there. Perhaps a bit of excitement here in the opening moments of this fight, but he's still got power in his hands.
I wonder what his cardio is looking like right now, because Kotny looks like a hybrid. He's just rolling through. But Sharikadze is
the energy systems of rugby and mixed martial arts are very different. This is, well, high intensity action. There's no resting for Sharikadze. Just caught Kotny.
Big punches from Merab. Elbows. He has the opportunity.
And Kotny's trying to take the leg. Kotny consistently trying to take this one to the ground. It's smart work. And what we thought was going to happen.
This is what he has to do. He has to take the fight to the ground to win. Right now, Merab is defending.
We are halfway through round number 1, and both men seem to.
This is a banger. This is a banger, Andy. This is like a bar fight.
That's exactly. This is a bar fight. Merab Sharikadze.
Uppercuts from Merab.
Continue to lay the punches. Not much blocking there from Kotny.
Somebody's just gonna fall over.
These two men are tired.
Yeah. Merab gassed himself out, trying to finish the opponent at the start of the round, and now he's just reaping those results.
Both men taking big, deep breaths. Who's got the best conditioning?
I'm pretty sure that right now it's about who wants it more. He's pushing the opponent's head down. That's the right move. And ground and pound from Sharikadze once again.
Sharikadze needs to be a little cautious here. He got into trouble early in this round. 1 minute and 40 left.
Side control from Sharikadze. Elbows. He's really tired.
And perhaps this is why Sharikadze is allowing this groundwork to happen. He could stand up, but he's tired. His arms are heavy.
Yeah, he has to stand up. He has to stand up. Courtney, on the other hand, is just going through the trouble right now. He's looking for his opportunities, right? He wants to drag Merab Sharikadze to the ground. Merab just circles around, starts punching him in the head. He just has to choose his shots.
And Courtney gives up the back, but has Merab got the wherewithal to finish? There's the referee looking closely. Not much coming back from Courtney.
Yeah, this is a TKO. This looks like a TKO.
Merab Sharikadze. Bulka is certainly landing here. 50 seconds left, and nothing is coming back from the Polish athlete.
That's a TKO. That's a TKO.
Merab Sharikadze is trying to pick up his first victory here in mixed martial arts. Nothing is coming back.
He's just in a total down, accepting these punches.
Patrick Courtney is offering very little here, but this could save him. The referee now will read this as he's still in the fight.
Pound from Sharikadze, backmount from Sharikadze, and punches. He has to just keep punching in the head.
15 seconds left in this round. The referee may let this one go. Not much damage coming through.
A triangle. An arm triangle is looking at Sharikadze in the face. Elbows from the rugby player.
Final few seconds. We're going to get to round 2.
Yeah, man. Round 2 is going to be super
What a round to unfold here.
What a bar fight. Get ice on both of these guys. Get ice.
And now, once again, we're going to see who's got the best conditioning. Both men expended a lot of energy there. There's a bit of adrenaline dump, I think, from both. Both men tired. Who is going to recover the best in the next 60 seconds? That could be telling who's going to win this.
Who's going to recover better? A professional athlete, professional rugby player, or a professional MMA fighter? Let's see. We'll see.
If you're a betting man, you might say Merab Sharikadze. What I did like in that is Merab, throughout that round, was looking at his corner. He knows he's inexperienced. He's looking for assistance. He's looking for coaching. Something he would have done in rugby. Always looking to that sideline. And he's brought that with him. And when he did look, he was actioning those things. So you've got to think about that. They're telling him, stay on your feet. We hope the arms have recovered. We hope there is some power back in there. Let's find out as we go to round 2.
Patrick Courtney looking quite tired himself. This is going to be a very interesting 5 minutes ahead of us.
Patrick Courtney against the former Georgian rugby captain Merab Sharikadze here at Rkena in Tbilisi, Georgia.
Big swing from Merab, swing and a miss.
Both men still
slow from Patrick Courtney.
Both men still breathing heavy, but Sharikadze doing, I'm sure his corner.
Knees from Sharikadze. Courtney goes down.
Big knees come through from the rugby player.
Hammer fists. I mean, this fight is, come on, ref. What is he waiting for?
And this is the recovery. There's not much here from Patrick Courtney. And the referee is going to have to look closely and stop this one. Nothing good. It's over. Merab Sharikadze picks up his first win in mixed martial arts.
Oh, captain, my captain! Oh, captain, my captain! Bulka Sharikadze wins his MMA debut with a TKO in the second round.
And the roof is going to come off this place. Everyone is standing on their feet.
What a debut. What a fight.
And it came down to that athleticism. There was not much technical about that. Yeah, we saw some throws of defense from Sharikadze, but ultimately it was Sharikadze who had the fresher arms coming to that second round. And, well, Patrick Courtney had nothing to offer.
That was a crazy brawl. That was a crazy brawl. I don't know how he found power in himself to come out in the second round. He gassed himself out in the first round, like clearly gassed himself out when the referee could have stopped the fight like twice in the first round. But all is good that ends well, or however that saying goes. Merab Sharikadze is victorious against Patrick Courtney. And the crowd here is, I mean, they're quite happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, What a fight to end the night here at Rkena. Our referee has called a halt to the action at 34 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner via TKO, Madhab
Let's hear the interview with the captain.
It wasn't pretty, it wasn't technical, but hell, that was a fight. And you gotta think, another 5 months, I'd love to see Murray back in.
კიდევ ერთი რამ დაგჭა დღეს. გამარჯვების შემდეგ ინტერვიუ.
Interview after victory.
გილოცავ გამარჯვებას.
Congratulations.
გილოცავ გამარჯვებას. ეს იყო ბრძოლა, სადაც საერთოდ არ გეტყობოდა, რომ შენ რამდენიმე თვეა ვარჯიში დაიწყე.
For a couple of months.
გამრელი ყოფილა.
This is tiring.
ოჩაღ ვიჭებს. ვითან სპორტს.
Great job, the guys that do this sport, follow the sport professionally.
აი ამ თუ პროცესებს აი ამდენჯერ გადიან თავის კარიერაში ყოჩახ. მაგრები ხართ. მაგრამ ჩემი ინტერვიუ არ დასრულებული. გავაგზავნე. სალაპარაკო ბევრი დამიგროვდა.
And I'll try to say it shortly.
პირველ რიგში,
first of all,
დიდი მადლობა.
Thank you.
ყველასთვის დღეს აქ მომბრძანდით.
Here today.
თქვენი მხარდაჭერა არის შეუფასებელი, ფასდაუდებელი რამეა. ალბათ თქვენ რო არა და ამ მომენტის მოლოდინი რო არა, მე დღეს აქ ვერ მიხილავდი გამორიცხული. მინდა მადლობა გადაუხადო ყველა რაგბის გულშემატკივარს,
every rugby supporter.
მადლობა გადაუხადო და უთხრა ყველა MMA-ის გულშემატკივარს.
Thank you to all the MMA supporters.
ვინც ამ MMA-ის ოჯახში ძალიან თბილად მიმიღო. მადლობა ჩემ ძმებს, მორაგბეებს, ნაკრებს და არა მხოლოდ ნაკრებს. ჩემ თუ პერიოდებში არც ერთი წამი არ მიუტოვებიო რამ ხალხს.
They never left me for 1 second.
მადლობა ჩემ ძმაკაცებს, მეგობრებს რაგბის გარეთ.
My friends outside the rugby.
მადლობა ჩემ ოჯახს, რომელთან ერთად ძალიან რთული პერიოდები გავიარეთ. მადლობა იმ ხალხს, ვინც მომზადებაში დამეხმარა. მაგერ ხედავთ ეს ხალხი. მადლობა განსაკუთრებული ზუკა ივანიაძეს, რომელმაც დღეს ფანტასტიკური ნოკაუტი გააკეთა. ჩემი გუნდელი არის ჩემ მომზადებაში. დიდი წვლილი მიიღო. და ბოლოს
got me ready in a huge way.
მადლობა
lastly.
ჩემ ოჯახს, ჩემ მეუღლეს. მადლობა. და ბოლოს, ბოლოს. ჩემ ყველაზე დიდ გულშემატკივარს, რომელიც სამწუხაროდ დღევანდელ დღეს ვერ მოესწრო. დედა ჩემს გაუმარჯოს. ეს გამარჯვება მას ეკუთვნო და მას მიუძღვენი.
This victory is dedicated to her.
შენ სულ ზვენაცვალე და შენი სახელის ხსოვნა იყოს. მადლობა.
Thank you.
და რაც ავარია, მადლობა რკენას.
And most importantly, thank you to Rkena.
ერთი შეკითხვა უნდა
One question I have to ask.
ერთი შეკითხვა და ძალიან ბევრი ადამიანი ელოდება ამ კითხვაზე პასუხს. შენ მითხარი რომ ბრძოლის შემდეგ მელაპარაკე მომავალზე, მაშინ რა შეხვდებით? გააქვს ამ წამს?
Do you have the answer right now?
რამე სურათი?
ჩემ ბრძოლაში ვარ ბოდიში.
I'm still in the fight, I'm sorry.
კაპიტანი ლუკა შარიკაძე.
The captain, Merab Sharikadze.
Wow, wow. As I said, there was nothing fancy about that fight, but he did have to face some adversity, particularly on the ground. And I think we all liked what we saw. That was 4.5 months training.
Yeah.
He's raw, but he's got natural power. He needs to manage those energy systems, as I think we can all see. But man, I would love to see him back in there in a couple of months, another camp in there. And I think if he's managed properly, given the right opponents like he was tonight, I think it's going to be a very interesting ride for
What we're
Merab
going to see right now is a hallway created by Georgian national rugby team players. You see absolute legends, and he's going to exit in this hallway as is the tradition of rugby.
Wow, this is beautiful to see.
This man, Mamuka Gorgodze, a legend of Georgian rugby, and these guys have given many happy moments to the crowd here in this building today.
What a night, what a moment, not just for Merab Sharikadze, not just for you and I and those in attendance, but what a night for Georgian mixed martial arts. We spoke at the start of the night about this being a new era for the sport in this country. Sometimes it's hyperbole, but you know what, tonight, if anything, we undersold it. This is something truly special here at Rkena.
This has been an amazing evening of mixed martial arts, Andy.
I think the big question though is, what's next? I'm hearing rumours about perhaps another card early next year, and I as a fan, look, I'm from the UK, but being here, watching this, seeing the build-up, and now seeing it all to come to fruition, I'm all in. Rkena is doing something very special here in Georgia.
I got a little insider information for you, Andy. We're gonna have at least 6 events next year starting from February. Expect us on our platforms, on our channels, as well as we're going to travel outside of Georgia, and Rkena is here to stay. And our goal is to make a mark on the world of mixed martial arts.
I mean, you've already made a mark. I mean, just look a little bit back through the evening. We had highlight reel finishes. Look, it wasn't all in favour of the Georgians. Let's be frank. This wasn't booked in favour of the Georgian athletes. Not all of them got the performance they wanted, but the ones that did showed flourishes of what's made Georgia such an epicenter for mixed martial arts. We talked about Ilya, we talked about Merab and their successes. This region of 3.5 million people in this region, it runs deep. Combat sports runs deep here. I think if there's anything to go by from tonight, there are superstars aplenty in this region.
Look at this beautiful knockout. In the first knockout of the evening, Zuka Ivaniadze just knocked out Amon Drum. And I mean, that was a beautiful moment. We saw some injuries, we saw some decisions, beautiful finishes. I mean, this was a night to remember.
I'm walking away from here with 3, 4, 5 fighters at least that are going on my must-watch, must-follow list. And I think everyone should be. I don't care if you're Georgian, I don't care where you're from. This is not really about the region to me. This is about mixed martial arts and uncovering new talent and fostering them. This was an event where, and this is why it's been put together, it's an event where it wanted to give athletes who haven't had exposure to big organizations the opportunity to come in and see how it works. They've done media this week. This is a big stadium. We're on Setanta Sports here in Georgia. That's the same network as the UFC. We saw fighters get emotional because you guys who cover the sport here in Georgia, the guys who commentate on the UFC here, are commentating on their fights. That all plays a lot in the psyche. They handle it well.
This was a legendary night here in Tbilisi. From a legendary Sports Palace venue, Georgia. Andy Shepherd, thank you so much. Thanks to you guys for being with us tonight. I hope this was a memorable night of fights for you as well. 9 fights we had. We're gonna meet you, and we're gonna see you next year in February. Thank you. Till next time. Thank you, Andy.
you.